doesn't kill me, makes me stronger.
Warrior!
Hey yo! Welcome back everybody, I am Pseudo. Hopefully you're loving Janthier Wilds as much as I am. And World vs. World is broken tonight. It's a kind of a thing here. We have this fantastic menu, and if we go to queue up for a map, it just kind of doesn't work. So we are going to be doing some other stuff to get this rolling tonight. Strap in, it's going to be a fun one. So hopefully you guys are enjoying. Hopefully you are well. Hopefully you are... yeah, I don't think there's any way to get into it. Alright, cool. Well, I can still show the build off, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy, because this is my favorite build to actually come out of Janthier Wilds. Weirdly enough, it's Berserker, not Spellbreaker. It's not Bladesworn, although there is a Bladesworn variant that we'll be doing a little bit later this week. So look forward to that. If you are, you know, a fellow Gunsaber enjoyer, let me EQ the sound a little bit so we're not blowing out everyone's ears. And hopefully you guys are stoked to try some Immortal Warrior, because this is the strongest World vs. World build I think Warrior has ever had. It will be in the description after the video goes up, as well as in chat. If you exclamation point PvP or WvW build, it should come up. But yeah, the title of this build, as you saw from the thumbnail, is Eat Fish. And that's because you just kind of throw fish at your opponent. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, Maddie and I were dueling. Hey, Maddie, what's up? We can fight. But yeah, you just kind of throw fish at your opponent, and it's the best. So it's pretty cool. Spear on Warrior is pretty fun, honestly. It's probably the real first weapon they've had, I would say, in a really long time. So it's going to be interesting to see what builds come out of this as far as the other professions go. But I think Warrior, after they listened to a lot of the feedback, credit to them, they seem to have really iterated on a lot of it, and I think it's really good for both Berserker and Spellbreaker. Not so much for Bladesworn, but it is what it is. So, ooh, there's a Maddie. And yeah, we can duel. If you want, it's probably going to be a Condi build, and I'm probably going to get wrecked right off the bat. We can't do much but fight, Maddie, because World vs. World is kind of broken at the moment, so we might start this off with some PvP. I wanted to bury the build video a little bit later in the video, but we might go over it right at the beginning, so people can... I wanted blue. Her name is Azure. This Kata? All right. Well, you guys get some combat right off the bat. Aren't you lucky? Really mobile. It's really good at kiting. Now that I've said that, I'll absolutely die to Maddie. I was beating his mesmer all right. Catalyst is a little bit more of a bear. I don't know if either of us are going to do enough damage to kill each other, buddy. The build gear for this build is pretty simple. You can run full Selly, although I'm not. There isn't a lot of Condi damage on it, so it's... dude, we're never going to kill each other. What if your running is also super survivable? I was kiting Zergs, like entire Zergs around the other day with this, which is why I was so jazzed on it. Oh, my stick has come loose. Great. I always check everything before I go live, and then nothing works, and, you know, computers are magic, so it is what it is. But we'll be doing our trivia. We'll be doing some gold giveaways tonight. It's going to be good. Hopefully you guys are well and enjoying. And I gotta tighten this thing down, Maddie. Hang on. We can go back to not killing each other in a moment. But Janthier Wilds, really, really stellar release by ArenaNet. We're also trying a new headset tonight, so let me know how it sounds for you catching the VOD out there or catching the stream. Ooh, one of my little stick doohickeys seems to have broken. Interesting. Hopefully the Elite Series 3 is a little bit more survivable than the Series 2, Microsoft. But World vs. World being broken means we can either start off with some PvP. I'll probably queue for a match right now. But that's good. I'm glad your Kata build's working out. Is that a spear, Maddie? It didn't seem like it. This looks like a dagger. I know Sergio was lamenting spear, but I've seen it. I'm not gonna fight you. You could just kill me. Sergio was lamenting spear a little bit, but I think it's really good and really solid. So maybe my perception is a little bit skewed as a non... Oh, where's my mouse? Help, potato. Well, if I do nothing and use no skills, you can kill me, so take solace in that. I think it's really cool. I ran into a catalyst. I might even have footage of fighting them the other day, so I think there's potential there. I'm pretty excited to try professions that aren't warrior, but this is warrior week, so get used to it, folks. Strap in, it's going to be fun. Let me just make sure it looks good, sounds good, and I can queue for some PvP since... Sorry, I'm going to drop the party. We can still fight. Since... Well, this world is broken. This build does work in PvP. It is not as good, so I may just switch over to Spellbreaker for that. But there's been a lot of really fun warrior builds coming out of Janther Wilds, and I hope you guys are having as much fun with your weapon as I am with mine. I think, honestly, ArenaNet knocked it out of the park with the weapons. Alright, let me go heal up. We can duel while I queue. I can remember what my buttons do. Guess people don't like the eat fish thumbnail. People not pescatarians or whatever it is. Or they're just busy playing video games. Ah, the stick came loose again. I really gotta tighten this thing down before my game starts. No one likes a loose stick, chat. Been over this. Kind of a thing. I have an X. I'm also not remembering to dodge offensively yet, which is really weird. All of the builds, probably for the foreseeable future until it gets nerfed, are going to use Relic of Rivers. Ooh, you interrupted me in my dodge. That was cool. Okay, Q popped. Relic of Rivers is really strong in just about every class, even things that are resource gated like Thief and Revenant. So if you're looking for a Relic and you don't know what to run with the new expansion, try Relic of Rivers because it's really, really dumb. It gives you alacrity when you dodge, and that's super good. That is as tight as I can get it. Hopefully it's good. Not miss our Q here, and we'll jump over to Eternal Coliseum. And we will jump over to Spellbreaker. We need more hype music, excuse me. I did get a lot of questions in that video of like, you know, hey, do you play on a controller? Like, holy crap. And yes, I do. It works on Steam Deck. I will have my files downloadable after this. So if you want to try my setup, I use mostly XPatter. Hey, Ref, what's up? Welcome back. Doing trivia giveaways in about 15 minutes or whenever this fight ends, or this match ends. Is picking fights by the enemy spawn. It's exactly what you do in PvP all the time. Res, god damn it. Oh. I think this guy might be new or a bot or something. Clear. Yeah, he's like super new. I don't know how, but welcome to PvP, dude. Hopefully you're enjoying it. You die to him now. Awesome if people are trying PvP. I love it. Go. If you manage to come up with a spear on Bladesworn, you can use spear on Bladesworn. It's mostly for like PvE stuff. The problem with spear on Bladesworn is you need to basically treat Gunsaber like your movement kit, because almost all of Warrior's movement is on its like off weapon ref. So you can use it on Bladesworn. It's just like way not as good because you don't have a lot of the movement, because Dragon Trigger 2 is like such a butthole of a movement skill since they added the delay. So it's like the break step on the 5 is like okay, but it's not nearly as useful as I would say as it is on like Berserker and Spellbreaker, because they have movement almost built into their offhand, you know? So you can, it's not the worst. Like I was using it for when I was doing story and stuff, and I've tried it a little bit in PvP. And it's going to be more viable for PvP because you're not moving as much generally, and spear is like a good weapon. So I can't stow. The thing with spear is it synergizes obviously really well with Relic of Rivers, and there's no real reason to like run both Spear and Relic of Rivers because Relic or Bladesworn is like your damage kit as well. So trying to treat it as your damage and mobility kit and then swap into Spear is like, you can do it. It's just, I don't know. I'm explaining this poorly because I'm trying to like multitask and stuff, but I think you get my point. I feel bad. This guy's like super new or something. I did decay a bunch because I was like trying out random builds in ranked, which you really shouldn't do, but the season's ending in this weird time, like after Spears came out, so I'm not really treating it like super seriously. I've been dueling Sea Monster a bunch to like practice fighting Harb and stuff, and Harb hard counters Spellbreaker, which is actually, he was talking about it a little bit to me. It's why it's in the meta right now, like Condi Harb. So if you see a Condi Harb, I would not play Spellbreaker into that, but like the weird Berserker build, you can definitely play into Condi Harb. It does a lot better, I would say. And again, the builds are in the chat bot if you want to grab them for World vs. World. Again, World, I don't even know if I'll be able to up or show it off tonight because World vs. World is like literally broken or something. I checked it before and everything was fine, and then I checked it right before the stream and nah, World vs. World is broken, homie, so I don't know what's up. Someone can fill me in on that, let me know. Forgot to check Reddit. I always go to the gym right before this. Like, Spear is a good weapon. And funny part about this, I put it on Reddit a little bit, and I don't... Maybe the guy, like, some people missed the point, but Spear originally worked with Warrior Sprint. Like, Warrior Sprint gave you movement speed. It didn't remove Immobilize when you used, like, Spear Swipe, even though it gives you, like, Swiftness on Bladesworn, if you have that trait. But it gave you movement speed, so it counted as a melee weapon for a really long time, like, after it was introduced, and they changed that, so Spear is no longer considered a melee weapon, and it shouldn't be. Like, it's obviously that wasn't my point. Like, it's all of its stuff is ranged. And I almost think, like, here's another pseudo tinfoil hat theory. I think that's why, like, the auto attack is only ranged, and it doesn't have the weird hybrid melee auto attack, because then they would have to, like, make it sort of apply the movement speed, kind of like Gunsaber to Warrior Sprint. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm fine with that. It's a good trade-off. I do agree that, like, maybe Crack Shot should get updated because, A, Crack Shot's a horrible, horrible trait, and B, it should probably apply to a ranged weapon like Spear, but, you know. Oh, somebody's coming to fight me. Dude, I'm AFK fixing my controller here. Oh, I toggled on action camera. That's from Bladesworn setting. What I am really loving, honestly, and I kind of hope Relic of Rivers doesn't get nerfed, is that because it gives... It's not the best on Warrior, but it's also definitely not the worst. It gives you a lot of stuff that you, like, tools you didn't have, as far as, like, regen and alacrity goes, and it's really strong for PvP, obviously, and World vs. World. I mean, Sea Monster's Harbinger is a good benchmark, because if I can beat that, I can beat anything. I'm talking about just, like, in basic PvP, not even, like... bullshit Selly cheating gear on, right? It's... Harbinger is a good benchmark of can you just deal with constant condition pressure, and weirdly enough, he's been fighting me on Power Harb mostly, and what's been killing me is still the condition damage, because it just, like, Harbinger just does torment to you by existing, and by does torment, I mean, like, does about 20 stacks of torment just by existing, which is a lot of condition damage. So, shrug, guess I'll die on a lot of the builds. Oh man. That was a interesting first match. All of my PvP matches have been like way stomps one way or the other. And see, I decayed a bunch. I won a bunch and then played a bunch on stream and won about 50% of those and then decayed a bunch, so is what it is. What do you think, chat? Trivia giveaway now, or one more match and then trivia giveaway? What do you guys want? I could go over the Berserker build as well. So I wanna see how they nerfed this, because I actually had a character parked here. Is it only once per day now? Up to me. Alright. Well, that was a good stream. See you guys later. Bye. Roll the exit. Outro. So what you could do is you could just do this adventure over and over and over and over, right? And I genuinely enjoying playing Janther Wilds. It's probably my favorite expansion they put out in a really long time. You could just do this over and over and then get these heart tokens. Where are they? Click through everything. Janther Sentry, heart token. Not that. These things. Let's try to do it again and see if we get another one. Ah! You have to touch one of these, like, little spark star things. Not the clouds, the sparks. I'm still getting stuff. I got a bunch of chests just from, like, existing in this. I don't know. Maybe they nerfed, like, the gold on them? Am I an idiot? Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Did we get another one? Aha, we did not. Well, darn it. Dang it, chat. It's once per day. Is it once per character per day? I guess it doesn't matter, right? Because characters or hearts are character bound. Darn it. That's too bad. That was a really good way to farm those. I mean, let's test it out. I got some characters. Who else made it to that map? We did. Yeah, we can test this out. Let me get the trivia question ready. This is Armistice Bastion. World vs. World working yet? Yeah, it is. All right. Sick, chat. Hold on to your butts. Hide your wife. Let's go. Or husband. One of the two. Where was I going? We were testing hearts. I can't get distracted. We'll test the heart. Then we'll do the trivia, and then we'll do some World vs. World. Play some more of this. How do I get out of Armistice Bastion? Again, how do you play this video game? Oh, we're dropping frames, chat. You gotta let me know, man. Dude, what's with the dog poop rendering speed? You dropped like 20 frames there. I'm sorry. Hopefully it didn't happen during the intro. I worked really hard on that for like 8 seconds. I think it's this one, right? Yeah, it's this one. Be a good test of how okay my chat is with rap as well. Okay, we have no bouncy chests. We're gonna do it. We have credit for the adventure. Truly tragic if this doesn't work. Also, and I didn't call it out. I usually call out all of our followers we get over the break, but thank you guys as well. Like, I don't make any money from this crap, so if you do subscribe, it just goes back to my, like, deluxe giveaways for that, like, trivia night we did and stuff, so thank you very much. It helps support the community, and not me. Because, tragically, I have a job right now. We did not get a heart. Well, poop. That sucks. Rip that video. World versus World time, chat. Let's go. So, exclamation point, PvP build. Build or World vs. World build, just like that in chat. We'll pull it up the build. It's the Selly version, but I'll have the optimized power gear version in the channel and whatnot. So if you want to look at it, feel free after the video goes up on YouTube. It's pretty cool. This build literally leads Zergs around in a circle. It's kind of insane, and I don't know what else to say other than that. Let's go do it. I was running this on reset night. Literally, I have footage of it literally leading 20 people around the map, which is nuts for a warrior. It was so funny. I will probably do a broken builds video on this. The reason I don't do a lot of broken builds videos on warrior is because A, warrior doesn't have a lot of them, and B, I don't really want the few functional things on warrior to get, like, completely nerfed. So, but I also didn't do a broken builds video on Bladesworn, like, when Daring Dragon was a thing, so it is what it is. It does work in PvP. It works obviously better in World vs. World. The crux of the build is obvious. I guess maybe not obviously if you don't know what Relic of Rivers does. But let's see if I can put myself in combat here. 1 second. It's not high enough. Where's a high point that's not going to kill me? Don't kill me. All right. So when you use headbutt in combat, it gives you 5 seconds of damage and vulnerability. And we were out of combat. Sorry. All right. Now I don't have endurance. One day. I'm just going to keep running off this cliff. And one day I'll remember not to dodge beforehand. Okay. Dodge. Regen and alacrity, which is not something Berserker was balanced around. Not to mention the fact that Berserk mode already has a double cooldown reduction from I believe it's the trade and discipline that I can't remember that gives you like adrenaline when you weapon swap. It affects it just like it affects full counter for reasons twice, so it chunks the 15-second that cooldown that Berserker normally has on the Berserk mode down to 11, which is crazy. Bugs aside, this would still be extremely strong even if they fixed that and made it like 13 seconds or whatever, because basically what you're doing is you're cycling your damage and vulnerability from the headbutt, which is 5 out of 18, which the 18-second cooldown gets chunked down. Sorry, I gotta stop talking about math on stream. But build channel, tough. So it gets chunked down to like 16, a little bit less. So that's like 11 seconds of damage uptime you even have from that. Your Aegis will reflect projectiles because you have Shieldmaster equipped. This also gives you Aegis. This gives you 5 seconds. You gain Vigor after your stances expire, which helps you dodge more. It's, yeah, pretty much numbers math go. And you just cycle all of your stances. And for this reason, it's less powerful in PvP because the headbutt is about half the duration, but it's still pretty good. It's better at fighting Kandi Harbingers, that's for sure. Portal us. We own the... Do we not own the thing? We don't own the thing. Don't own the thing, chat. I'm on NA. One day, ArenaNet will stop caring and partner me. I actually haven't asked in like 3 years. And then I can play with my EU homies. I'd really like that. I think that'd be really cool. It's like the only reason I want to get partnered, because I already do giveaways myself. Hello? Hiding. Fair enough. Yeah, I know. A lot of my audience is in EU. I put up a poll that was, and it was about 50-50 split with a little bit more emphasis on EU. With enough math? I mean, maybe. I've been thinking about this a lot more because I've been spirit crafting on other professions that aren't warrior too. And warrior seems like the simple profession, but because all of its strength and like OP crap is leveraged into its traits to sort of power up its burst skills and like interact with how it functions, it's kind of one of the more complicated classes under the hood. So it's really interesting in that regard, where the amount of actual effort that must have gone into just making core warrior even work at all, because this is actually 3 different skills. I guess that's a bad example because it's a spear skill, but this is 3 different skills based on the adrenaline level. And if you didn't notice, like, can I give myself, is there something like over here, a mosquito or something? When you get in combat and give yourself adrenaline on warrior, there we go, perfect. And you try to use one of these skills, you can actually watch it on your bar, where if I get, like, I don't hit anything or I get out of combat, this will actually flip over and it will turn into a different tooltip. Some of the tooltips are bugged, which is 100% valid complaint, but like, see, it actually flips over and turns into a different skill. So there's a lot that goes into warrior under the hood. It's just like really weird. So there are ways to play a simple version of warrior, spam F1 Berserker on X for PvE, but there's also a lot of ways to like make it super complicated, which is why I kind of love it. Where it's that aspect of taking something that's, maybe supposed to be the simpler class and doing weird crap with it. You want to fight like not in the camp? No. All right, well, I guess we'll just fight in the camp. We'll fight in the shade, chat. God, I love this build so much. It's so dumb. It won't really help you if you're bad like me, but it is pretty good to throw fish at people and do all the damage in the world. So, fish OP. Nerf fish, please. Actually, there's no ghostlies on her right now. Usually I do because, Azure Phoenix, but these are 8 Arcane Flow infusions, I believe. 1 of each stat. That's how you get that weird, like, ghostly hue. And I think I have a Frost Legion on one weapon set. Yeah, Frost Legion on the spear, which is how you get her hair to change color. You can also layer a teal Jane Kid. That's what I really like doing. Anyway, chat. We got some trivia to do after I take this camp, so I can hide in it like a tiny baby. Although, to be fair, he fought me. He didn't try to run away, which was good. And yeah, let's take the camp. Let's do some trivia. Some trivia music. Okay, chat. This is for 50 gold because we're doubling the giveaways. Usually it's like 25 and 25, or I don't know, 6,000 and 100. I actually gave away like 6,000 once. Exclamation point, the number in percentage, and you can cheat. You can go onto your character. This is not a trivia song. Where is it? Zero Solace. That's a trivia song. Heck yeah. Exclamation point, percentage number in chat. Without any gear on, how much crit chance does a character have? Base. And you have 15 minutes to enter. Exclamation point, the number in percentage in chat. Should work on Twitch or YouTube. We got rid of the bot that you needed to be followed, but thank you if you are. I appreciate it. To like tighten down the stick as hard as I can. Ah, we're good. Thick. Yeah, 5%. All of it should work as long as it's got the number in it somewhere. Usually my trivia questions are more esoteric, like how much does alacrity reduce your cooldown by? I hope, hopefully by the end, when I'm 80 and this game is still going somehow, not somehow, it's really great, I will have educated the world on how alacrity actually works. So each different stat, you need one of each different stat, which I would not recommend. I'd actually just go all precision if you're trying to min-max your stats. But if you... Yeah, she only has 8 arcane flow infusions on right now, and I think she has 2 jormag eyes, but that's it. Thank you, Vile. Appreciate the entry. And it just, you like get more. Oh no, she does have a ghostly. I'm wrong. There's one ghostly on her. I'm sorry, I apologize. I've ruined everything, chat. 2 jormag eyes, 8 arcane flow, and whatever it is. 1 ghostly. And yes, you can layer the ghostlies as well and just look like a fireball. My friend used to do that. Shout out to Slade. I think he's beating Black Myth Wukong for like the 80th time. But yeah, the question is, in percentage, how much percentage crit chance does a character have? It can be any class. It's the same for all of them, unless you know something I don't. Without any gear on. A mesmer. It disappeared. It's over there now. Hey, buddy, what's up? Got him. Dude, you have all the fucking stealth in the world. Throw fish at him, chat. That's too many people. Oh well, time to run away. I love this build so much. Oh yeah, you can change your answer up to 18 times, I believe the answer, or the limit is, Vile. And we're not doing the weird thing, Sergio, where you can enter on either one, Twitch or YouTube this time, guys. That was a little ridiculous. Maybe one day again for trivia. Oh, man. Where's our Zerg? We have a Zerg? Yeah, Ripperino, Pepperino. Even though it's a Nightcore version of, what's it called? And it was on my Safe to Play playlist. The company that owns all of Nickelback's songs decided to try to copyright strike me for the $0 I make off this channel. It's great. YouTube copyrights weird, chat. Basically, if you don't make any money from it, no one really cares. Oh well, it's off the list now. One day I'll have a solid playlist that I won't get DMCA'd for. Hello? What are you? Are you a harbinger? This is gonna be a hard fight, dude. Heck yeah. Maybe not. Okay, he used his thing. Time to run away. So, chat, this is called the elixir of win the game. When harbingers push this, you can't fight that. You have to just run away. So, take note. Do what you gotta do. It's okay to run away from stuff occasionally. Probably shouldn't have blown my one stun break there, is what it is. Like I said, I'm not really used to dodging offensively. So, kind of presents us with a challenge. Throw fish at him! Eat fish! This guy is lagging or something. How is he just not, like, dying at whatever health percentage? Thing. Bye. To go away. I've blown too many buttons. I don't know how he was like living at 0% health. Alchemic Vigor is a super fair trait, chat. It's the warrior regen one, but for Harbinger because reasons. Hacking or something, dude? Can you die, please? Jesus, thank you. Christ. Like, I'm not very good at this build yet. I still need to get good. Oh, he's really gonna fear me. Alright, fine. You get to watch me while I kill this sentry. I'm not very good at this build yet. I was fighting Kiba on something similar, and my thing is build crafting, right? So I live in the build editor, and you always have to, like, make a build, it sucks, you iterate on it, make a build, it's a little bit better, you practice it, stuff like that. And that's like half the reason I'm streaming is just get people used to it. Because they didn't nerf that. They sort of nerfed Boon Corruption. It's like kind of sort of nerfed in PvP. Dude, I'm a warrior, chase me. No one wants to chase me. Cat. Sorry. Cat, sorry. Exclamation point, the percentage in crit chance that people have base. Without any gear on, if you want to try to win some money tonight, that'll be 50 gold, and then we'll do a couple 25 gold RNG giveaways after this. Like, fight me, or are you just gonna use renewed focus and be a willbender over there? He's gonna use a renewed focus and be a willbender over there. Hell yeah. Boon Corrupt is a thing, though. When I was fighting Sea Monster, I was like, where did you get... Are you using Relic of Akeem? Like, how did I get Confusion? And he just corrupted a bunch of my boons into Confusion. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, Boon Corrupt is definitely a thing. I'm a bigger fan of Boon Removal than Boon Corrupt. Maybe Warrior Bias, I don't really know. The Boon Corruption table is also super weird, where you'd think that, like, certain stuff would corrupt into stuff that it just doesn't corrupt into. So, like Immobilize and Chill and whatnot. Oh, I missed him with the fish, chat. Throw fish at him. Always throw fish at him, chat. Eat fish. That's what the title says, right? I love that this is 1200 range, by the way. Thank you, ArenaNet, for a real ranged option. I appreciate it so much. Oh, I'm chilled. Okay. Well, the one thing that will kill me is chill. That's for sure. Yeah. Issues have arisen. Nah, eat fish, Maddie. Fish are funnier. Saw him start to do the stomp animation, was like, ball sack. Things to note, and we will go over the build. There's no way you guys can get me. There's no way, right? There's no way. Okay, I might die. Might die, chat. Might die. We're not dying. Okay, good. It's so nice to have a build you can kite on Warrior for once, right? Oh, right. Condi Bladesworn, make it work. Have you any idea of it? You can force anything, Raph, especially with Selly gear. Like, Selly gear will carry Condi Bladesworn, and you'd have to run, like, a longbow. So you could run, like, a bunker Selly Bladesworn or something for PvP, but it wouldn't be very fun or useful for World versus World, because, again, it doesn't have an F1. The best thing about, like, most of the Condi weapons on Warrior is their, at least for longbow, is their F1, because it triggers adrenal health when as soon as it touches the ground. Fun fact, the Spear F1 actually did as well, until they recently nerfed / changed it in that patch where they undocumented changed the movement speed, which again is fine. But longbow is kind of unique in that way, where as soon as the F1 projectile, like most of the buttons on longbow suck balls, except for the F1s, and as soon as they can get blocked, or at least the regular F1 can, but as soon as it touches the ground, it will trigger adrenal health. So you could make, again, some kind of tanky barrier bunker Bladesworn, it just wouldn't be very fun. You can do it, like arms. You don't need to run discipline on Bladesworn, so like arms defense, maybe some signets in there is full Selly. My friend dared me to do it once, and I almost made a video on it. Toggled on action camera, tragically. Chat! Needs more entries. Exclamation point. The number of crit chance percentage that you think classes have without any armor. You have 1 minute. And we'll do that drawing. Hey, Gremini, enter, quick. Got 46 seconds. And yeah, big ups to everyone who enjoyed the gold farming video. Hopefully it was helpful. I actually put it out because somebody asked me basically that question on Reddit, or asked that question on Reddit. So hopefully they saw it and found it helpful. And again, we can check the price of Arena Legendaries. Some people freaking out in the comments, like, oh, they're gonna drop if you put out this video. Like, bruh. Oh, look, it's the same price. Oh, that's weird. Hey, what's up? Ow. Being tornadoed, chat. Drive cream. Ah, he's throwing fish at me. Got the magnetic auras, chat. What's the Mikola thing? Shrive clean the hearts of men. Well, I wield fish to shrive clean the hearts of men. And women. No one's immune to fish, chat. Dodging offensively is so freaking weird. You basically never want to be at 1 dodge on this build. Very strange. And you don't have a ton of burning, especially with the modified bro. Especially with like the modified non-Selly gear, like more optimized power version of this, which again I'll link in the description. Sorry, I don't have it ready for the stream. You don't do a ton of burning, but you get a decent amount of might, which by itself is like a lot of burning. So, oh, hello. There's some real cool tricks you can do as well, which I'm not showing off because I'm about to get raffled by a Zerg, but I will try to include them if we record a build video on this, because like I said, Warrior has a lot of nuance to it. It's just kind of thought of as the simpler, weaker class, so I'm a big fan of stuff like this when it comes into the game and kind of shakes builds up, because again, you can't really run this in PvP. Like, you can try and it's okay, but a lot of the things that make it super strong, like the 5-second headbutt damage immunity and whatnot, aren't in PvP, so you can have some trouble. Mirage is always nerfed. Dude, Mirage deserved the, like, daze damage nerf. That was dumb, and I play Mirage. Or the daze on the ambush thing. Runestones are dropping. I mean, you're gonna have to wait on that, Ref, an alternative for the Bladesworn kit. Like, check out my stream that I have coming on probably Wednesday, where I sort of updated it with the Relic of Rivers and stuff. It plays really well for World versus World, and you don't need, like, my weird full boon duration setup anymore, so you might actually have the gear lying around. Or you can just play it with full Berserker, honestly, and it'll play alright, but Bladesworn, like, doesn't do anything unique as far as the niche it fills, and I think ArenaNet knows that. Like, I have no reason in my mind that Bladesworn, like, the UI on it, let alone everything else that's wrong with it, wouldn't have gotten fixed by now, if they wanted it to stay where it was. So I think it's coming. I think they just had to put out Spear as, like, you know, the other 900 range, mid-range weapons, see where that lands with all the specs, and then see where it goes. I didn't know the clone's dazed, period, Griminy. I thought it was like a power thing where, you know how when you have the sword ambush on Mirage and you do that, we need to do this drawing, chat. No, I'll give you 1 minute to enter. Exclamation point, the percentage and crit chance that you think classes have with no armor is our trivia question for tonight. But I didn't know the dagger actually dazed on clones, because the sword ambush doesn't. It doesn't do damage. That's crazy. Spellbreaker's kind of OP broken at the moment. PvP Spear, it's always been out there regardless. Spellbreaker's good in PvP. It has a real weapon now. Unless you know something that Kiba and I don't, I think that it's pretty up there with, like, how crazy things are. Like, kind of like you said, nah. Like, it's good. It's not the best thing. Like, Spellbreaker was already good this season. So, giving them a decent ranged option, like, there's still holes in it, right? I mean, people have seen me play it. It's okay, and I'm not obviously the best player at all, but there are definitely holes to the kit. I think that the bigger thing helping Spellbreaker in PvP right now is Relic of Rivers, where it gets a lot of benefit out of it. Ranger also gets a lot of benefit out of Relic of Rivers, but it's not as much as something like Warrior, because Ranger already had regen. Giving Warrior, like, people underestimate how good regeneration is. Let's like, we're in deep in it, chat. We're gonna port back and do this drawing. So this will be the first trivia question / RNG giveaway of the night. Do some more in a little bit. 50 gold, because I said I'd double the giveaways because we missed them last week. Thank you to everybody who joined. The question was, what is the base crit chance that every class has without any armor? It could be 0, it could be 140. It's not 140, it is 5. So we will do that drawing right now. Make sure I got everybody. Make sure I can read people's names, because some people show up dark blue. Evolutis, you have won. Congrats. You get 50 gold. Give him some congrats, chat. And I will need a character name or an account name with the numbers. Just throw it in chat, and I will send you over some money. You can actually do that from an alt account this week. And I really want to know what was broken with World versus World. Yeah, welcome, dude. I do giveaways every Monday or Tuesday, whichever day I can stream. First during the week, and, like, remember, because I'm stupid. So if you guys like this sort of thing, if you like trivia, we had a whole trivia night, like weird build question trivia and whatnot. Go check that video out. And if you're just here for the gold, that's fine too. So I don't mind sharing. I have plenty. It's definitely gone down a lot since Janther Wilds came out. I bought, like, an expensive infusion. I've been funding a lot of people's homesteads and stuff, so it is 5%. Yeah. That's what did I not say 5%? Did I have a stroke? I could have had a stroke, Remini. Sorry, I'm an idiot. There's a yeah emote. There's no grats emote yet. Didn't sip some coffee while we mail this over. Got this fancy emote, exclusive emote. Thank you, Muckluck. I was not able to stream for the full 10 hours, but he was, and huge thanks to him. He was very helpful. Some money. said 50 for that question. Let's think of some more trivia, chat. I'm feeling trivia tonight. Usually I just do RNG because I'm lazy, but if I can think of some more trivia, it'll be good. I do think it was incredibly... I like the Janther Wilds story a lot. It's alright. Gremini's too busy gambling away all their ectoplasm. The clones keep dazing. Sick! So now it does cripple and daze. Don't tell them, Gremini. The thing with the clones still dazing, though, and I know that's probably an oversight, but I believe the clones... I could be wrong. Maybe you can test this. I don't think they do on hit things or on CC things like Demon Queen. Do you plow? Okay, you do. Alright, well, fuck me, I guess. Clones still daze with their ambush. It's fine. They have like a shoestring budget for balance in this game. Oh, Jesus. That's funny. That's really funny. Oh, man, that's some we fixed Bladesworn, didn't fix the tooltip level testing there. Maybe it means they're taking out Infinite Horizon, Griminy. What would Mirage even be without Infinite Horizon? That's another one of those traits where it's like, oh, the entire class is built around this. Oh, that's crazy town. Ooh, what's going on over here? We're dropping frames over here. Something has to be. Oh my god. Goodbye frames. What do we have, like 2 FPS? We have 25 FPS, chat. Let's chunk that down to low. Oh my god, we still have like 2 FPS, please, game. I have a 3080. This game is so CPU bound, it's not even funny. There's like 1 million people. Yeah, I think this is like everybody. What, Infinite Horizon? No, it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't. Are you... Oh man, I'm not gonna tell you your opinion's wrong, but that's a hot take. That's some sip coffee level hot take, Gremini. There's Gremini's hot take. Oh my god, I got hit by Gremini's hot take. Took it to the face, chat. I'm to hydrate as well. Oh my god. Ow. Make your case, Gremini. You go Conde in its entirety of your identity, you go power, and it doesn't matter. I don't know, man. I guess if they take the days off, I agree with you. Like the days off the dagger ambush. Maybe. Yeah, we're talking about Mesmer because the clones don't, like, the power damage doesn't scale off of them doing their ambushes. So Gremini has a decent point where Infinite Horizon, like, only affects Condi builds. Maybe the trait could be, like, makes your clones do an ambush, and then, like, the trait actually makes the Condi ones do... Condi ones, like, do Condis on their ambush or something. So it could be a little bit lighter. I'll meet you halfway. How about that? I don't know. As somebody who's played literally more Mirage than any other class in the game, I don't know, man. That's an aggressive take. That's like saying fast, like some lunatic saying fast hand should be baseline or some shit. I can't imagine who would. Probably some ugly person who smells would have that opinion. Also, chat, I want to update that slightly. I don't still think that fast hand should be baseline, not given the state of Warrior currently. I actually think Warrior's pretty good right now, but so credit to ArenaNet for leveraging some power off of just fast hands forever. Oh, I layered 2 of my CCs. I'm probably going to die here, but we'll see. Oh, I jumped back. Playing backwards is bad, chat. This build is a little bit awkward for me to play as well because I play with snap to target for the spear skills because almost all of them benefit from snap to target, but for reasons, this movement skill will just go to your target, so I always find myself jumping back into combat. It's pretty good. Oh, man. Yeah, Colosso's talking about the heart thing. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I didn't make the video in time. I think it's so funny how fast PvE stuff gets fixed. It's too bad because a lot of people have pointed out that the Janther Sentry Hearts are kind of a nightmare to do. Is that a Mirage? No. Not getting pulled into your fuck pile. Hey, Silhouette, what's up? Oh. Okay. Oh, I have friends. I never have friends. Come on, thug. Fight me with all your boons. I have something that's bullshit too. I can throw fish at you. Are sharks fish, chat? I meant to check that before the... There we go. Chat, this is our second trivia question, and I'm going to give you a heads up. What just hit me? Fuck was that? I just get blinded by stuff. Stuff just happens in this game, and then Warrior takes damage. It's fine. Oh, man. Nerd actions and mantle damage take alacrity away from the staff and make new trade the grams lack and current power or plating with Mirage Mantle. That'd be interesting. It's definitely a way to balance it. I think alacrity is almost superfluous these days, though. Like, as we've seen, they're willing to put it on a relic, and they probably didn't do that lightly. There's no one on their balance team that was like, hey, maybe this isn't a good idea. So, I'm not really sure. Eat fish! Need a better war cry. I can't scream too loud. I want to, like, wake my neighbors up. We need the eat fish war cry chat. The emote. Yeah, sharks are fit. Well, don't spoil the trivia question. Jesus. Well, now I need a new trivia question. Thanks, Silhouette. You know what? That's fine. That's still a good trivia question. We will trivia some people. It'll be good. Trivia it up. Are sharks fish? Well, tragically, I ran into one of Guardian's 18. Oh, I'm like messing with my playlist. And hopefully Falling in Reverse are okay with me playing 8 seconds of a song. Alrighty. Let's get the streaming playlist back before I... What's the problem with playing on a controller? Sometimes your mouse just goes to your second monitor. And that's not great. Oh, man. Where is it? The song rules so hard. Northeast Heart and Sentry, but the other two are awful. Yeah. They're something. And if people were, like, maybe take solace in this, chat. If people were, like, abusing, in quotes, that enough to get it, in quotes, fixed that fast, there's a chance that ArenaNet might realize that that hard is ass and do something about it. So, it's a possibility. They've been pretty good at taking player feedback, in my opinion, lately, so... That's true, sharks aren't real. Eat fish! It's good for you. It's what Hugh Jackman ate a buttload of to bulk up for Wolverine and Deadpool. Also, there's a weird I put it on one of my Discords. There's a weird cross-promotion with, like, Wolverine and Deadpool pre-workout, which cannot be good for you, and is also unicorn-flavored, and I'm 100% calling bullshit on that if it's not vegan. So, we'll try some unicorn-flavored pre-workout here, chat, in a little bit, and... see how that goes. Not tonight, but I will report back with my findings. I love this build so much. It's so strong. Oh my god. Also, done it before nerfing it. Did they give you 3 extra glyph selection boxes? I only upgraded with gems, so I didn't know about that, Gremini. Am I vegan? No, I was vegetarian for 11 years in high school, which is probably part of the reason I can't gain weight. But not currently, no. I'm pretty sure that unicorns aren't vegan, though. So, if there's a unicorn in the pre-workout, like it's advertised, might be a bit of a lie. I got the stomp. Eat shit. I'm gonna die. I don't care. Yes, already. I haven't set it up. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Well, not truly immortal, chat. Tragically, the thumbnail's a lie. 4,000 people can kill you. I love this build so much. I actually think it's a little bit less survivable than if you go full Selly. But full Selly, you know... a little bit less damage, and I want to be able to kill a Harbinger when I fight it. Oh, man. This is the first build in a... let me say this, chat. Let me put it this way. This warrior build, like weird sword, pistol, spear, and also I want to put a disclaimer. you can run whatever you want on the offhand. You don't have to run like sword pistol. You could run greatsword. You could run greatsword in place of the spear if you're still unlocking it or just want more mobility. Whatever you want. It's primarily a power build that you do you, which is great about it. And this build genuinely feels like how a warrior should play in World versus World if you want to make a more mobile warrior without making it absolutely bullshit. Like, you are survivable, you are mobile, you remove immobilize a lot because this removes immobilize, this removes immobilize, this removes immobilize, this removes immobilize, this does, this should but doesn't. You get the point. Like, you get a lot of benefit from the warrior trait lines that make you feel like a warrior without just making it, oh, I'm going to insta-kill you with Arc Divider by hitting you 3 times every 6 seconds. You know what I mean? So if you out there are been trying a warrior, just try this in the PvP lobby. Again, exclamation point, PvP or World versus World build, or WvW build in chat, it'll come up. Give it a shot. Demolisher Amulet. I was running it with also, and in, what's the one? Assassin's Amulet. Definitely good. I would recommend either the bullshit movement speed food or Runes of the Traveler, even for PvP, because again, you don't have the movement speed bonus base from Spear, but you do you. It's really fun. It's really, really, really fun. Don't worry, Sergio. One day I'll theorycraft an Ellie and you'll have a build to play. I'm telling you, man. I can try to find the footage. I was fighting a spear-wielding Ellie. I know you don't believe me. It was really strong and really cool. I couldn't kill it with this. Like, you've seen how I'm not good at it, but you've seen, like, the potential of this build, right? I could not kill whatever the Ellie was running with this. I don't know if it's my lack of damage or what. I definitely think there are Ellie builds out there. You just got to try at it. I don't even think they need to be full Selly because it's supposed to be a power weapon. The gear setup for this actually might be a good starting point for that. You're gonna... Yeah. Well, yeah, chat. Okay, well, we got 6 minutes. 6 minutes till free shark question. It's fine. Fun fact as well, and I'll try to go over this when I do the little build record. I'll probably do trivia, a little bit more streaming, build record, get that down for a VOD, stuff like that. How you guys doing? What are you enjoying playing? Anything weird? Anything that doesn't run Relic of Rivers? Because honestly, all 6 of the relics were pretty cool that they introduced. So I'd be interested if there's someone using like the I know people have been trying Atrocity for Necro. I actually think it makes your lifesteal more intense. And that's all right for Necromancer, who has a lot of little lifesteals. I think it's actually way better for something like Ranger, where they have big burst lifesteals. If you didn't know that they added, yes, Ranger has lifesteal now. Welcome to 2024. Necro has stability and Ranger has lifesteal, and Warrior, I don't know, throws fish at people. It's really the cycle of life. Full Selly. I mean, that makes sense as a power weapon. You might need to run some kind of weird hybrid gear setup. You have full legendary, right, Sergio? I can put my World versus World build in the chat. I just didn't do it for the bot because I figured full Selly would be easier for people to get together. A lot more people have like exotic Selly than they have like my weird gear setups and whatnot. God, I love this weapon. ArenaNet, please don't root anything. This also, like the throw fish it move, does not track behind you like Flaming Flurry does. So it's kind of a trade-off where Flaming Flurry will hit behind you, but it doesn't generate any adrenaline. But weirdly, the throw fish at people move, it's called Wild Throw, which is kind of a whatever name, generates adrenaline. So I don't know really why or when that happens. Hi, what's up? Gonna fight me? Sick. Do anything? Are you super new? Super new. No. Throw fish at him. Eat fish. Oh my god, this is like the second insta-res thing they had. This guy. Die, please. Please. Please die. Please die. Please die. Please die. Thank you. Appreciate it. Ah. Maybe. We'll see. It's been a really long time since Warrior's been relevant. What do you think needs to be nerfed on Warriors, Sergio? Because I can see them nerfing Relic of Rivers maybe down to like 1.5 seconds or something. But I think there's definitely stronger relics for PvP, weirdly enough. We'll see. We're kind of in that post expansion launch stage where everything's gloriously OP and I love it. I know you're bitter because you can't think of a LE build. I'm telling you, man, they're out there. Don't despair. It's okay. Can help if you need it. But yeah, that's the world versus world gear setup, so you might benefit a little bit more from that, Sergio. Bladesworn, yeah, Bladesworn's still a trash can. It ebbs and flows, right? It's like how RSQ said on our podcast, where that's the nature of like 32 elites or 36 elite specs, where some stuff is just gonna suck for a while or not be the playstyle you necessarily want. Like Bladesworn, again, isn't that bad even in PvP. It's just that none of its stuff actually works. So it's kind of whatever. Yeah, and Warrior still already has Alacrity. It's just in a weird spot, right? What are we thinking, chat? We let them have the camp? We stop bullying these poor people? Throw fish at him. Throw fish at him. Oh, fireballs. Come on, kill the thing. Oh, it's not gonna die. I'm sad. Tragic. I should have rotated my bullshit better. Again, I'm not very good, so... And they don't balance like Worldbender's a great example, right? Sergio, you say it all the time. Worldbender has been god tier level bullshit with all the boons in the game forever in World vs. World because they don't balance it around fun little like roaming weird macro or micro engagement builds. That's just part of the nature of this game mode. So yeah, it's great. Love it. Core Warrior's really good. It's gonna, like, I've seen a lot of people playing it with Spear. Spear doesn't add any mobility, though. So if you couldn't get away from the Core Warrior with a Spear, you couldn't get away from the Core Warrior, period. Didn't have a Condi Relic of basically open world Mirage boons because they don't want people playing Mirage, not even open world? No, that's not true. I think Spear Mirage, they wouldn't have added the weird damage modifier that they can tweak up or down on the Spear Ambush if they didn't want people playing Mirage. That's exclusively there for PvE balance, Gremini. Maybe they don't want people playing Condi Mirage. Maybe that was your point. But I think Mirage will have its day. Burt will get nerfed finally at some point. Alright, chat. I'm opening it up. Let loose the sharks. Are sharks fish? Yes or no? Exclamation point yes or no in chat. This will be for another 50 gold because I love all of you. Great Sword's still better than Spear on Warrior? For mobility, heck yeah. Great Sword's great. Like I said, we could start going over the build and stuff. Like you've seen, I can like 1v4, 1v3. Oh, Spear's great, but it's very much a damage weapon. It's kind of like if they gave Gunsaber to every other version of Warrior, right? So it is what it is. It's almost like a better version of Gunsaber that doesn't have a lot of the bugs and is functional and whatnot. All right, chat. While we do this, I'll be going over the build, and then we'll do the drawing, and then we'll go back to World vs. World, or maybe some PvP. but this is for everyone who wants to know how it works and whatnot. So let me pull up Firefox and go over the build, and you guys will have to entertain yourselves as far as music goes. I don't get the spear. What do you mean by that? Do I get the what? What? Rephrase your question, Raph, real quick. I'll answer. Confused. Confused am I? Don't understand. But yeah, chat, pull up your own music. Stop this real quick. Grab your kids, hide your wife. This is Pseudo Build Wars 2 video record. I'll answer Raph's question if they can get it in, and then we will go for a record real quick like. I haven't done one of these in forever. Cool. That is the wrong window. Sick. Hold please. That's my preview window. Firefox. Make this a little bit bigger. And for all my warrior homies out there who have been languishing and suffering for so long, this is a build for you. So hopefully it rules and you guys can enjoy. As in, why is it like Dragon Trigger or Bladesworn? It's 900 range. It has a weird hybrid melee component to it. I can show you real quick. So why is it like Spear? Well, it has this weird hybrid melee thing where it cleaves like a bunch of targets in melee range, which is something that Gunsaber also does. It is 900 range. It actually only does damage when you think about it, with like 1 CC on it. This is like a really good, this is probably the best button in the game. But other than that, it's a ranged 900 range like weapon for warriors. So it's almost like taking Gunsaber on like a Spellbreaker or something like that. You don't get Dragon Trigger, but Dragon Trigger is more your class mechanic if they wanted to. Again, Bladesworn's a mess. It's got like 40 different systems on it, but you get my point. It's like if you took Gunsaber without Dragon Trigger and put it on a Spellbreaker or a Core Warrior or a Berserker. As far as, I mean, it's just my opinion, right, Raph? So, let's get this record going, chat, and you guys can see how this works and whatnot, and maybe how to counter it or play it or whatever we have. Let's pull up Relic of Rivers as well, because that's going to be something... I mean, yeah, it's just kind of how I see it. Relic. See if this gets a split. All right, rad. One take, chat. That's all it's going to take. Here we go. The right gear. Let me pull up the Selly version as well, just so people can see it. Do I have it saved? Of course I don't. Why would I have it saved, chat? Why would I ever have anything I do written down somewhere? Condi, Sally Warrior. There we go. Perfect. Had it. It was on the 8th notepad, not the 6th, the 8th. Exclamation point, yes or no. Our trivia question while I'm doing this record is, are sharks fish? And this is for 50 gold. Let's go. All right. We need a... coffee emote. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. This is Pseudo. And I am delighted to bring you a broken builds video on Berserker for once. Yes, Berserker. No, this is not a joke. This is a world versus world only, although you can play this build in PvP. It's very strong. You can play this build in PvP. It's very strong in both places. It excels in world versus world a lot more, but let's go through it and we shall show you some of the footage as well as a montage of why it's strong, what it does, and maybe some of the things that it excels at that you can't normally get on a warrior. So this build runs Spear. It's pretty awesome. It runs Sword. This build runs Sword, Pistol, Spear. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty versatile. This is the optimized power gear loadout. It has some Selly in it, but this is what I would run if you're going to sort of min-max your gear, although it does work with mostly Selly as well, so these will both be in the description. I have a Dragon Spear over here just because it doesn't have any Condi damage on it, while the Sword Berserk F1 does have it. I won't completely go through all your buttons, warrior players will know what they do, but essentially what this build does and how it works is revolves around the new Relic of Rivers. It gives you Alacrity, It gives you 2 seconds of alacrity and 2 seconds of regen whenever you dodge in PvP and World vs. World. It's extremely strong. This is not an evade, it's an actual dodge button push. So this build works around maximizing your ability to push your dodges, taking advantage of things like energy sigils, which are bafflingly still in the game, give you another dodge every 10 seconds with fast hands, as well as things like Last Stand, which gives you vigor every time you push a stance. Warrior already had this kind of thing going where it had damage immunity based on how many stances it could chain together, which was sort of a limitation. In PvP, there's this trait called Defy Pain. It gives you 2 seconds of invulnerability to damage, not Condi damage, damage in PvP whenever you use an elite skill, and 4 seconds in World vs. World, which is increased by 25%. So essentially what you're doing is you're rotating through a lot of your stance skills, the best of which is actually on Headbutt, which gets chunked down to 16 seconds cooldown and change. So again, quick math with alacrity, you have roughly a third of the time you spend just from this one skill, damage invulnerable in World vs. World. It's a little bit weaker in PvP, being only 2 seconds up to 2.5, but it still works. Other interactions to note are obviously Shieldmaster will reflect projectiles whenever you give yourself Aegis. Sundering Leap gives you Aegis, roughly 1/3 uptime. So does Gunstinger. You don't have 100% projectile reflect on this, but with all the boon duration you're running, it's pretty close. You'll want to have something to give you a little bit more dodges as well, so that's your Bowl of Orient Truffle and Meat Stew on the Selly version, or just basically existing with Last Stand on the non-Selly version. I find with the optimized gear, you don't need as many dodges, but if you want to maximize your dodge potential, I would definitely take the Meat Stew and run something like a Writ of Masterful Speed here. The Writ of Masterful Speed isn't needed on the power optimized version because you're running Runes of the Traveler, which is a lot easier to get than Writs of Masterful Speed, and I would encourage you to run on the Selly version as well. You're just sort of trying to min-max boons here to have the full duration Aegis for Gunstinger, or this build, basically the boon duration is min-maxed to maximize the potential of each of your dodge rolls. Again, this is 2 seconds up to around 3.5 or 5 seconds on a Gunstinger for both the power maximized version and the Selly base version. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Spear offers a lot of versatility as far as damage goes. It's kind of Gunsaber without the actual dragon trigger on it. Your auto attack, be careful. You can throw this and cleave your entire Zerg if you're trying to run this in a Zerg. If you throw this into a projectile reflect, but your 3 is a CC that will also evade. Sorry, they moved these around, so maybe I can show them off in game. Your 3 is a CC that will also, there is an immobilize that will also CC your target if they're using a skill. Your 4 is basically damage. It's a version of Dragon's Tooth on Elementalist where you put a mark on your target and then they have to evade or block it. There is counterplay to this, but it is a very strong button. And Spear Swipe is a unblockable CC that is no longer rooted. Thank you, ArenaNet, that also evades. All of these buttons are fairly strong. All of these buttons are fairly good to press. You'll find that you want to sort of chain your 4 into setups like the 5, into 3, into 2, and whatnot. Other tricks to note with this build, again, I'm not going to go over everything, but just notes to be aware of, is when you go into Berserk mode, you can actually press the F1 and then the F2 and get a throw off. You won't get access to Wild Throw, but you can go into your Sword Pistol set, use your F1, switch back, and then throw all the fish at your opponent. It's pretty good. So again, the last tip I have is to remain offensive by trying to only have one dodge available to you. It's a weird feeling to dodge offensively to give your... It's a weird feeling to give yourself defensive boons to dodge offensively, but once you get used to it, it's not too bad. I'm still learning how to play this build, but I think if you're a warrior main, you'll definitely be able to tear it up and really wreck in World vs. World. But that's pretty much it. Enjoy the montage of me running through World vs. World with this, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Basically, again, you just chain your stances together. You can see this lasts for a full 5 seconds, and then you give yourself alacrity, go into Defiant Stance if you're really being pressured, and whatnot. Balanced Stance. Berserk mode gives you 2 seconds of damage and vulnerability entering it. Leaving Berserk mode does the same, as well as some super speed. Enjoy! I'm glad my fellow warriors finally have a roaming build. Cheers! I'll see you in Janther. Peace out. Alrighty. Put the music back, chat. And you have 2 more minutes to enter our giveaway. Thank you for bearing with me for the recording. Hopefully that'll get cut into a video at some point. Maybe a less aggressive song here, Pseudo. if you guys have any questions, let me know. Hopefully that went well. Hopefully it sounded all right. Hopefully my mic wasn't cutting out during it. This build is super fun for warrior players. We finally have a berserker build that doesn't blow goats on power, and it's got a lot of damage versatility as well. Let's jump back into world versus world. But yeah, trivia question, 2 minutes from now, are sharks fish? Exclamation point, yes or no, Twitch or YouTube. Get those entries in, and this is for 50 gold. Because I'm insane and just hate money. And also do giveaways every Monday or Tuesday. Sorry, let's go, chat. Man, remember to hydrate as well after you record YouTube videos. Super, super, super difficult. Oh, man. Spellbreaker is very strong. With Spear, I know that was my first thought as well, where everyone was like, oh, Spearbreaker, right? It's really good. You know what's stronger than Spear on Spellbreaker? Relic of Rivers. You know what's stronger than everything than Spear? Whatever they got? Relic of Rivers. So I'm really interested to see if that stays and we get something even more ridiculous, or if it gets nerfed or whatever. But we'll see. I'm really happy to have OP crap to play with, because if nothing else, it lets you compete with some of the other OP crap like Selly Harb and Willbender that's already got every boon in the game, right? So, it's gonna be fun. Definitely gonna be interesting builds coming down the pipeline. It's funny, Valen had a best spear builds for open world, and I wrote in the comments without watching the video, like, before I watched this video, like, I'm calling bullshit on this thumbnail, or I wanted to, because it's a Bladesworn. And he's like, yeah, you still get to, because even the build isn't a Bladesworn. He just used it for the thumbnail, because people want so badly for Bladesworn to be good, I feel like. Like him, me, I don't know, our cats. That's pretty much it. Just our cats. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it. Hopefully you're well. We'll do this drawing in, oh my gosh, 20 seconds, chat. One day, ref. Like I said before, I've pointed this out a lot. Like, Mirage had one dodge for what, like 2 years or something, which basically made it unplayable and just awful in PvP and World versus World. The thing with Bladesworn is it's kind of awful everywhere, so it at everything right now. So we'll see if its numbers just get adjusted for PvE or if it gets a change. Like, again, also Spellbreaker was awful in PvE for years. Berserker was unplayable for 4 years. Like, it didn't have its base F1, and it lost toughness when it went into Berserk mode. Berserker had 2.5 trade-offs, chat. It was ass. Give them time to cook. ArenaNet does not prioritize balance updates as much as Yumi, and everybody who is a balance nerd would love that. So, I think if nothing else, the recent changes for at least Warrior Spear, if not some of the other ones, have shown that they are more willing to take feedback than ever before. And hopefully what we get, hopefully it's good. Maybe I'm, copiuming it up and Bloodborne 2 is going to come out tomorrow, but we'll see. Hi, do you want to fight? That's just how Warrior is. No, I don't think Warrior's bad. Like I've said before. Like, I think the jank on Warrior is really jank. The things on Warrior that are really good, and the jank on it is really jank. Like, it has... I mean, that might come from a place of bias, right? Where it's what I play the most, it's what I interact with the most, it's the bugs I'm gonna see the most, It just might be that this is my class, like Remini, pointed out a bunch of Mirage bugs. I'm not gonna kill this guy, I feel bad. Bunch of Mirage bugs, he plays that all the time, they play that all the time. It's what they interact with the most, probably. Like, Sergio plays Ellie and doesn't think Ellie Spear is very good, and that's fair. Ellie Spear may not be the playstyle he's looking for. I know a lot of the weapons that came out with Soto weren't the playstyle I was looking for. It's just is what it is, right? Alright, chat. We got another giveaway to do. Not everything's going to be for everybody. Not even every hat that comes out in the gem store. Also, gem store update tomorrow. Psyched about that. Not every hat's going to be for everybody, and that includes weapons. Alright, chat. 3, 2, 1. Sharks are indeed fish. Silhouette completely ruined it. Go check him out, by the way. His channel's pretty cool. Really long time. Kai Benari, you have won. Congrats. Are you my Carbon? Are you my Kaiban? Yeah, I know. What? Sharks are fish. Sharks are fish. I mean, there's some weird stuff like that, right? Like, I kind of thought I'm majored in biology, and I thought hedgehogs were rodents, and they're not. I had to look that up. So that one's a little weird. Aren't they insects? No, humans are insects. We evolved from insects, right, Jim? I majored in biology. You can't go against me. That's what Reddit told me. Yeah, Kaibanari, congrats, dog. Character name or an account name before the end of the stream. If you don't, we'll re-roll it. Yup, you are my Kaiban. All right, shout out to Kaiban. Hopefully Maine is less humid than here. Yup. Either that or Kaiban's just gonna get 50 gold. Oh, I can, like, not dox you even and do this on my alt account, too. That's sick. We'll do a couple more RNG giveaways tonight, chat. I missed last week, so I want to give you guys some money to play around with the decorations and stuff. But yeah, hopefully you guys are well. Hopefully you're enjoying the videos. I've been trying to limit YouTube to YouTube videos and, you know, Twitch to Twitch streams, but it is what it is. See if we can get jumped here as well while we're sending out money to people. Are you on my alts friends list, Kaiban? Not. Oh, you are. It's too good. What do you even need money for? You have like 6 billion Mystic Coins. I don't believe you. Man, this man who hosts our TeamSpeak servers that we occasionally use as a backup and hopefully we'll use one day when Discord finally becomes completely insane. Oh man, I miss TeamSpeak a little bit. Better audio codecs, less lag, less weird data gathering stuff. Remember TeamSpeak chat? You remember Mumble? How old is chat? Do a reality check. Trying to remember the age stick that hit me the other day. You don't get the benefits, obviously, from consuming ammunition. But like I said as well, chat, with this, you can run. I guess I should probably mute my music for this, huh? Like I said, chat, you can run any weapon you really want. You're not limited to spear or sword pistol. You could sub in a greatsword for the sword pistol or a greatsword for the spear if you want even more mobility, but I would recommend at least starting with a spear because it's pretty good. Got that done. A little worried. You do want to initiate with headbutt though. You also want to make sure, if you can, to hit something for the adrenal health gain. Oh, might die. Let's see. Ah, they got me. Chill really screws the build. Fair enough. The burst on pistol is great, but it's such a gamble. The better thing about pistol is that the 5 is a movement skill, and even if you have 1 charge, it counts as removing immobilize. That's what I get for trying to record stuff. Yeah. Grab your kids, hide your wife. Let's focus on playing the video game. Mumble was great. Honestly, TeamSpeak was pretty solid. Can't sell the coins, might need them. Yeah, that's true. I've been hoarding Mystic Coins like a maniac. Like, that's where half of my money has gone. People were asking me a little bit like, oh, you made a video and you had 20,000 gold. I was like, yeah, I used to have 20,000 gold. I'm saving up for a big event that I kind of want to do. But again, I need free time in order to do it and lots of coordination. Also, there was a little bit of a hint on the channel a little bit ago. I recorded a collab with Silhouette, and I have the footage from that, but it's like 3 hours, and I've been slowly combing through it, so I have this series in the back of my mind that I've been wanting to start, but we'll see if and when that gets edited. Berserker video is a priority, though. I want to give you guys something to play. Quick DPS auto-attacking Deadeye. Berserker. Get some builds up on Build Wars, too. Maybe make a catalyst for Sergio. Or shield catalyst. I do want to do my Kata God video. I'll find all those red people and run them around in a circle again. Any failing you see on this build, honestly, is me just having to get better. Funny as that is. I love having a real ranged weapon. Do you ever think Warrior would have a real ranged weapon, chat? What would I get partner for so we can play together, ref? So I can go over to EU and play with people? I haven't applied, is the thing. I feel like it would need to contribute something like organize something big to get a partnership. I mean, I give away gold out of my pocket every week, but that, you know, it's kind of whatever. I've been trying to think of like the benefits I would actually get from being an ArenaNet partner, because I don't want to be, you know, not that I think I have any, I would think, I hope I don't have any unbelievably horrible views that they would disagree with, but like, I want to be free to criticize ArenaNet because they do a lot of really cool stuff and they do a lot of really dumb stuff. And I feel like part of the problem I didn't get partner initially was that one of the first videos I put out was critiquing, I guess, is the light way to put it, Bladesworn, because it's an unfinished class, and I maintain that view. And it's not like I'm going to change that view, even if they fix Bladesworn, like, so. I don't know how much... bootlicking's the wrong word, but, like, maybe toe-kissing ArenaNet necessitates to be a partner. And I'd like to be able to maintain my independence as far as that goes. I'd take it if they offered it to me, just because I'd, you know, be more gems for you guys. That's good. I'm glad you enjoy watching the stream. They're supposed to be chill. They're supposed to be relaxing and chill and put on second screen content, I think is the official term. You know, a lot of people, I get comments like people watch them at the gym because of the music. Yes, I'm still working on the song ticker. I'm sorry. Lots of people just like, you know, listen to them in the background, like the commentary. No, I have no idea, Ref. I completely made that up. I'm just like, I don't know what ArenaNet would want as far as like views go. I know you can't say racist things, not that I would ever do that, but like I know a lot of people, like, I guess I don't want to name names, have lost their partnership over saying horribly racist things. So yeah, but Teapot I feel like almost has is the exception to the rule as far as being critical of ArenaNet. I've been trying to think of, like, credit to Teapot has done so much for the Guild Wars 2 community by basically being the only Guild Wars 2 streamer until like Mukluk came along for a really long time. And then, like, everybody else started doing it. Yeah, the ability to play with other people is the thing that I would really like, I think, as far as partnership goes. But Teapot, I feel like, almost has immunity as far as criticizing ArenaNet. I've been trying to think of what he could do to lose his partnership. And, like, it would be such a fiasco. So, I don't really know. Maybe once they get it, like, you're free to rag on ArenaNet as long as you don't drop, like, you know, 8 hard R's in a row or something. Yeah, people are dumb. Like, it's not just people who stream. People are dumb. They dumb crap, have bad views. Sure, some of my takes aren't the best. Like, all my Bladesworn opinions aren't caked in gold either. Just, it is what it is. Still think ArenaNet was probably right to, you know, take away partnership from some of those people. But is what it is. We'll see. I just want to, you know, whether it's through streaming independently and giving out money like through my own little trivia nights and whatnot, or doing something formally where I do things with like other streamers or content I record or collabs or whatever it is. I want to genuinely, like, I do this for fun. I do this mostly because I have free time now and I'm not raiding like 4 times a week or whatever it was. And I genuinely enjoy like giving you guys my weird esoteric build knowledge. And I was like, oh, I'll start streaming. Maybe there's some people out there who kind of dig that. Maybe there's people who like rock music and just want to hang out and talk about builds and stuff. And if there, you know, there wasn't, I wouldn't keep doing it. But there is. And it's cool. Yeah, it's just, I work in marketing for a job, and so much of my job deals with like Twitch and YouTube, like being really just like the meta of Twitch and YouTube, I guess is a good way to put it. Like the evolving thumbnail meta, or the evolving, like, you know, say something within the next first 10 seconds to grab your audience's attention. Oh no, don't do that anymore. It's not popular. It's like, what? Like, so much of my job is that I want to make my videos fun to watch, but I don't want to make them like, he's not a bad YouTuber. Obviously, he's knows what he's doing, but like Mr. Who's the Boss is a really good analogy for this, where he's like the best at retention editing, right? And I don't want to make my videos that. I want to make them pleasant to watch, and I think cozy is a good word, if that makes any sense. Whether it's streams or videos or whatever, shorts, although shorts are hard because everybody has ADHD now. Thank you, TikTok. Oh, I can't wait till that platform gets banned. Hot take. Item boost, yes it does. Yes it does, Gremini. Look it up. I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure the Halloween Candy Corn Gobbler has a limit. I mean, you could always just do it in increments, right? Like try 2 days and then try 3 days or 6 days and then see if it hits. I think the same thing applies for the Zytaffy Gobbler as well. That's gonna cost. The real cost, chat, is when you forget you have that boost and you go AFK and you're just burning money. Dude, so nah. I almost put this on Reddit, but I've had a conversation when I put my how to make gold video up on Reddit right after I put a post about the trivia night, and you're not supposed to do that, and I didn't know that because it's kind of like, I understand there's a no self-promotion rule, but they're not really clear on what that means. So I was talking with the mods a little bit like, why did this get pulled? I won't do it again. I just want to understand. They're like, no, we just, you know, we don't want it to be a dumping ground, like just a cesspool for people promoting their own content. We want it to be a community, right? And the fact that you participate and answer questions is like why we've also let you occasionally post stuff. And I'm like, no, that's totally fair. I get it. But when I put that video up, I wanted to post another thing up on Reddit, but again, I didn't want to just spam them with Guild Wars 2 Janther Wilds. Even with all the bugs that people are like getting around to, you know, people love the honeymoon phase, and then they're complaining on Reddit a little bit about all the bugs, you know, this week, and by next week it'll be a little bit more sour, and then it ebbs and flows, right? Come back around on it. Janther Wilds was the first video game. I mean, granted, I don't play a ton. I play like Devil May Cry, Hades, and this, but it was the first real time I played a video game where I forgot to eat in a good way, if that makes any sense. Nah, you know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, I like don't have time to play video games and also eat like a healthy human today. Oh, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. I'm not using my reflex enough, I'm gonna die. Throw spears at him. Throw spears at him, chat. Drive clean. Bro, can I use skills today? Drive clean the fish of men. Oh. So good. Yeah, I don't need food. I have video games. Wait, shit. I've actually been gaining weight at the gym, and this one day is going to ruin, like, all of that. You know? Like, it's like I still ate that day because I've, you know, I don't know, I'm mature now and, like, need food and stuff, at least protein shakes and whatnot, but, like, it was the best feeling to just be like, oh, video games are fun. You know, like, this thing it wasn't sunk cost fallacy where I was just, you know, Soto was good, and I still think the wizard, like, this Janther Wilds wouldn't exist without Soto, mostly because of the overhaul to the Wizard's Vault, and a lot of the groundwork they set with, like, you know, funding their game, or even the swimsuit sale or whatever. Like, they finally pulled that lever in case of needing funding. You know, I always made that joke, in case of need funding, break swimsuit glass, right? But Janther Wilds was genuinely, like, even bugs notwithstanding, was really, really fun. And it still is really, really fun. And I don't feel like I'm playing it out of obligation to finish Legendary Obsidian Armor or anything else. I am genuinely enjoying just existing in this space even though, you know, salty PvP lobby or whatever included. Oh, I gotta dodge offensively, weirdest feeling. It's just really fun to like play video games, you know? Maybe other people are, you know, not as hot on their weapon, or Thief Spear is bugged or whatever I've seen on the forums and whatnot. Like, there's definitely complaints. Like, it's not flawless. It's important. That's why I want to be able to openly criticize what ArenaNet does. It's important to be able to criticize the things you love, but like, it's so just fun to exist. Oh, he went and got a Mirage. It's funny. It's the same guy. It's the same outfit. See if we can beat a Mirage, chat. Oh, he's not gonna fight me. Come on, fight me. Oh, what's over here? I need to aim those way better. Oh, it's a Connie Mirage too. Ew, gross. Bye. Oh, is it 2 people? Fuck that. 1v1 or not? Yeah, it felt kind of like the core game where you're like, it's magical and it's just like a nice space to exist in. And you're like, oh, what's this? Oh, it's a bear quest. Oh, what's this? You know, like, it didn't... I don't dislike the aesthetic of most of the Soto maps, but like the upside down got to me after a while, if that makes any sense. Where it was just a lot. Like, Demon Land was a lot. Logitech G-Hub just updated, chat. Sick. He's coming to ruin the 1v1. Always check. Always check if whatever you're fighting doesn't want an even fight. This camp? Don't. Tragic. Truly. So mad. So mad, dude. May try to work in the power food to this build, or the dodge food again. Kind of missing it. Oh, it's an even fight. Time to run away. I thought. Ah. I want to shout out the Pretty Wild as well. Smaller Czech band, but really good rock music. So if you like the sort of stuff, check them out. One of their songs. I know, Song Ticker. I love this build so much, chat. I don't know if it's more survivable than my Bladesworn build, but I feel like it's more fun because it feels like an actual, like, I don't know, warrior build. Oh, man. This guy auto-attacking. Hero of a Willbender. We don't have the 1% damage reduction buff. That's why we almost lost that fight, chat. Oh my god. You've got to remind me. This is so important. I'm not even joking. Okay. Health and defense. Plus 1% damage reduction. It's definitely real and not bugged. No worries. There's a leak. They have stuff for Anniversary Week? Really? Are you saying there is, or is there? Because I don't think they... Last time they said they weren't doing anything more for Anniversary stuff, but maybe they, I don't know, made enough money. 180 on that. I don't know what you guys are saying. Chat's on the best drugs. Chat, share. Don't do drugs, but share. You're gonna. Eat fish! Wow. Pistol 5 almost looked like it did damage there. Watch, you know what would be real funny, Chad, actually? You know, like my Dark Mirror universe counterpart, Captain Crabface? What if we made, like, the same Berserker video? Although he doesn't make PvP videos, really. Or World vs. World videos, he makes PvP videos. That'd still be really funny if he, like, made the PvP version, and I made, like, the World vs. World version, and we both independently landed on, like, the same thing. Oh, man. Because that happened with Kiba. And because we both, you know, he's a better player than me on most warrior stuff, but like we both landed on basically the same warrior build with like relic, warrior relic or rivers. God, I can't talk. Relic of rivers. Sorry. With like strength, greatsword, endurance, regen, spellbreaker when we were initially testing Janther Wild stuff. So you know, great minds. Also come to the conclusion that Alacrity's kind of good. Thank you for the hydrate check. It is very true. That's more of a remember to actually drink your protein shake after the gym check for Pseudo. So shout out to the wedding that I went to that got me sick. Thank you for that. Ah, chat. What are you guys playing? What's chat playing? What do you need help with, Theory Crafting? Yeah, I like to think of him as my, like, not evil version, but like the inverse universe counterpart. You know, like if you inverted it, not if you took a negative, like a straight negative. We talk a lot, like on Discord and stuff. Share builds, share warrior, like nuances, let's say. He's a good dude. He doesn't want to just be negative on ArenaNet either. It's just, that's his sort of style, and there's a lot wrong with warrior. There's a lot wrong with probably every class. Thank you, and shout out to From Ashes to New for being like the best band and still making music, by the way. But just in case, oh yeah, his stuff's pretty solid. I don't agree with everything he says, and he doesn't agree with everything I say, but it, you know, that's healthy, right? Differing opinions make the world go around. It's good to get an alternate perspective, and watching him like point stuff out. Like I learned the spear F1 throw thing from him. Like it's like this thing where you can use the F1 before you go into berserk mode, and it's a lot easier on ranged attacks. So spear works really well, but like sword doesn't. Is pretty good, honestly. I don't think he's a doomer. I think he's just like a lot of us, like kind of like Ocean Bat says sometimes, played warrior for so long. It's been so jank for so long, and a lot of the tooltips still are bugged. But as you've you know maybe been exposed to in my chat, a lot of the tooltips everywhere are bugged and just stuff in this game. This game's 10 years old, man. It's even when they change something, it's not going to be perfect. But I learn a lot from watching his videos and stuff too, so it's good. And like, even though he plays warrior, he plays, you know, at least I haven't seen him play a lot of Bladesworn, and Bladesworn basically isn't a warrior class, so I 100% understand that. So again, it's good to have different flavors of cake once in a while. Speaking of which, you know, it'd be lovely, chat, a Condi Bladesworn, like if they ever redo it, a Grandmaster trade or something like that, you know, or just some real good synergy with arms or something. Yeah, it of course helps to play the class so you can understand what's going on and whatnot. A lot of Mukluk stuff helps me out as well. Obviously, he's one of the biggest Guild Wars 2 streamers, but like, I don't play a lot of PvE anymore, so his series on like, oh, I tried all this stuff, is genuinely really helpful, because I can look at that and go, okay, this is the new player experience without me having to like dissect this, and then I can recommend it to my guild and whatnot, right? Also plug for Vanguards of Ascension. If you want to join, let me know. One rule, no political or religious stuff. Real easy to follow. Chill community with chill people who want to play video games. Dude, we need to make these people eat some more fish. Not enough pescado in their diet. Oh, look at the fish numbers, chat. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, Jay and Kid. I don't know if you've heard me talk about it before. Is if they redo the Grandmasters, make the Grandmasters color your gun saber differently, like blue, I don't know, red, and something for Nero, maybe black or something trails, and then like Devil May Cry style, and then either have those Grandmasters make them play like their respective Devil May Cry characters, or at least have one of the slashes do like 40 stacks of bleeding, but only for like 1 second, right? So it kind of does that anime style where it does the white screen after they do the slash and stuff, and then it does a big hit of damage, but it's only for that one condi tick, right? So, you know, like 1/2 second of bleeding or something, but 40 stacks of it. Something like that, I think would work really well. Like, they don't need to reinvent the wheel every time they do stuff like that. A lot of the systems in the game are conceptually really good, especially for flavoring classes like with Grandmasters and whatnot. Which I feel like they've lost a little bit of recently. I mean, we haven't had an elite spec in a really long time, but I miss the days when it was like, oh, this is like bitter chill or whatever it's called on Reaper, and it's meant to be like, you know, the chill is so oppressive that it does damage. Stuff like that really flavor the classes, also have like gameplay ramifications, you know what I mean? Kind of like the item descriptions in FromSoft games. Are you gonna come out and fight me? He's literally just gonna protect this tower. Oh my god. Why? Alright, fine. I'll go somewhere else. Go harass somebody else. Oh my god, we've been streaming for like an hour and a half and I didn't even notice, chat. That's how you can tell that I'm actually enjoying a build, is the streams are longer and I'm not just like bitching the whole time. Sorry. Oh man. But yeah, if you guys have suggestions, if there's content you want to see, we're not, you know, calling it, but like if you want to, you know, on the videos or anything else, let me know. Yeah, I read almost all the comments. It's kind of a problem. I get it from work. So just drop me a comment. Let me know what you want to see, what you prefer, the kind of content you'd like to enjoy. If you want more builds, like edited build videos, I can try to do that. They take a lot longer, but it is what it is. If you want more like collabs with people, I've got a, again, series I'm working on, but I can try to tailor it. If you want a song ticker, I'll eventually get one, you know, 2026. I have an idea how I'm going to do that, but I have to make sure it's going to work and not lag my stream. Let me know. Definitely doing this for you guys. More Bladesworn builds. Well, we got to wait a little bit on that, but come back on Wednesday, Raph. If you want to see Bladesworn, that'll be, I'll spoil it right now, that'll be Wednesday's stream. I have an updated Bladesworn World versus World build, and come back for that. We did Spellbreaker already. I have an update for that version that I'll have in the description as well on that video. So we'll have Spellbreaker, Berserker, and Bladesworn all playable in all the competitive game modes. Maybe not the most viable, but playable. So it'll be good. And this one doesn't use insane combinations of Diviner's Gear, only mostly. So it's good. You out there too will be able to play it without having to get whatever it was, like 20 precision infusions or I put on the last one. Although it will probably still have that because precision is overpowered. Speaking of chat, did you know, I don't know if they fixed it, let me know if they did. I can't actually show it off. You know the Falling Star Quest license that's like right here? It gives you an infusion, this thing. This gives you an infusion. It's supposed to be +9, or I'm assuming it's supposed to be +9 agony, +9 or 5 power. You know what it is? There you go, chat. That's our third and final trivia question of the night. How much power does the infusion from the Falling Star Quest license give you? Exclamation point that in chat. Twitch or YouTube. Bruh. We'll do the quest. This is a really interesting topic. This makes for some good discussion. mean, I haven't finished it, but I will. It's actually pretty short. It's like 2 mini collections. If you want to enter that exclamation point, that number, Lord Primordius, in chat. Twitch or YouTube should take it. Thank you. Be good. Yeah, you're good. There we go. Just copy other people's answers. If you want to be a rebel, if you want to be like Sergio and enter different numbers, it won't matter this time, but he did that at Trivia Night and it was pretty funny. He's entering like different numbers on Twitch and YouTube, which is pretty huge brain. This makes for an interesting discussion because without spoiling it too much, you can kind of see from people's answers where we're going with this. Like, the Chinese client of this game doesn't... I've heard both that it has more infusions and that the infusions give more stats. But it's like more, you know, in quotes, pay to win. At least before power creep got just nuts, right? And I always wondered how that would go on this server. I don't think people would like that very much, and personally, I really wouldn't like that very much. No, how much power does it give? Oh, something's trying to kill me. Trying to kill me. Dude, you need to sit down while I drop some food for myself. Hang on. It didn't drop. Where did my food drop? Whatever. Doing this without food. Double click. Drop food. Okay. Weird. Yes. How much plus power? What's the number that it gives? Be dead here. I can't. Go away. Want it. Didn't want it, chat. Need a more hype song for this, Jesus. Doesn't really work. It's a good song. Changing songs while trying to fight people. It's kind of a thing. I only killed 2 people before, like, their Zerg showed up. Drive clean the hearts of men, chat. Eat fish! Oh, I love this shit so much. This is what it's like to be a willbender, chat. This is what willbenders have been enjoying for literally 2 years. This level of bullshit. Yeah, it's been interesting, right, with the API down. I agree with you. Even with everyone making videos and stuff, it's been really interesting. Hey, do you want to die? Dick. Thanks. position. We're up that asshole. On this asshole. Throw fish at this asshole, who's all over the place because he's a thief. This guy's got his teleports down, man. Always use headbutt as well, off cooldown, which is a weird feeling and a weird thing to say. Because it has such a long duration damage immunity. Try not to overlap them as well. Pro tip. And you can use Berserk mode for mobility. Definitely a thing, chat. Ah, that's what it's like to be on the... Ah, like I said, just don't overlap them. Just like I did there. Alright, all of my things give me infinite mobility. It's good. Spear 3 is great. If you're good and don't play with a controller because there's something wrong with you, you can throw it backwards. That's true. There were people on the forums asking for Spear 3 to be just to, go to that person's skill, and it would be A, way too strong if it did that, and B, it wouldn't be as fun. I really like it as a targeted 1200 range skill that goes further. I really, really, really like it. It's also reflectable, so it's not complete bullshit, right? Can you use it? Think of a use for stances? Berserker skills on Bladesworn? I mean, you can't use Berserker skills on Bladesworn. I don't know what you're asking me. You mean like the weapons? The weapon? Yo, chat! Exclamation point, how much power the infusion gives you? The Falling Star infusion. I don't know what it's called because I don't have it yet. I do know how much power it gives. It's an interesting topic. Much. Many people. Now I'm next. The Falling Star infusion you get from the Falling Star Spear quest remedy. It's in the Wizard's Vault. How much power? Boy, I'm glad I have toggle snap to target on. Or rather, let's phrase it this way. How much power it gave at release of Janther Wilds. I don't know if they've changed it. I want to make sure I don't jabate people too much. And you can change your answer. If that somehow does. Are going in. Good. Hell yeah. Sick. Die. Fucking one thief, dude. Fuck yeah. Oh, we have a functional build, chat. Oh, this feels so good. Eat fish. It's good for you. Anime Girl Funk. I love the name. First off. See? Condi damage, nothing to scoff at. Pretty good. Dodge offensively, because that's a thing I do now. Some kind of scumbag Mirage player or something. Oh, I forgot my Berserk mode gives me stability as well. I need to work on that. Knowing what my buttons do and shit. Oh, it's so amazing, guy. I love it. We recorded a like little, I don't know what you would call it, build guide video on this earlier. I meant to send this to you and ask you how Spear was doing, but I didn't want to like bother you or anything. How you doing, man? Throw fish at him. Have you enjoyed throwing fish at people, or at least sticks? Fish and the sticks are pretty good, in my opinion. Oh my god, it's so good. Fish sticks, you might say. Oh, that was the best joke of the night. Roll credits. There we go. Cap it out. It's not getting better than that, chat. Tested, not fixed yet? Okay, good. That does not change the question, I suppose. Sick, but having a well day. Yeah, this is an interesting discussion because if they haven't changed it, I wonder if this is the new meta. Yeah, fish sticks. You know how it goes. Anime Girl Funk is brave, dude. Push him back. Push him back. I can't throw that over my shoulder. Oh dear, chat. Help potato. Dude, Chill wrecks this build. That's something to be aware of. Chill is so fucking strong in World vs. World. Heck yeah. Double up. Oh, we pushed him back, chat. We're not fighting Mag, we pushed him back. This thing's gonna die. All right, trivia song chat. This will be the last giveaway for tonight. Maybe we'll do one more RNG. I don't know. Spend a lot of gold. We'll see. Let me get to a safe point. Reveal draw. Need to work on my German accent because I'm learning German very slowly. Basically just sound like you have a rock in your throat the whole time. It's great. It's like being from Rochester. I just sound nasal the whole time. This song has played like 40 times tonight. Play Bad Apple and get DMCA'd. Let's go, chat. Right. 3, 2, 1. Say repeat winners can win. Draw this. Nutter Buoy. Nutter Boy? Nutter Buoy. You have won. Congrats, dog. Character name or an account name. Send you some money. The answer is 9. It is, unlike the other infusions, which are +9 agony, +5 stat, this one is weirdly +5 or 9 power and +5 agony, which is power creep and huge if you can stat convert it, which I should probably check the wiki to find out if you can, because I'm really curious whether or not you can stat convert that, specifically to precision, because precision is really overpowered, in case you didn't know, as far as how much like value for stat it gives you. Even though it takes more precision to get 1% crit chance than it does like 1% power damage. Yeah, congrats, dog. You can't stat convert it. Interesting. Interesting. So it's only like a power creep. It's literal power creep. Maybe you can't convert it yet? That's actually interesting. I wonder if you can't convert it because it's something that affects a weapon. And people have been asking for modifiers to affect like the cosmetics on weapons for a really long time. So I wonder if just like power, like if they put another one in the game, right? Right. So if they put another one in the game, if it would be like a different color that it turns the spear or whatever. So you can't be using the Mystic Forge either. That's really interesting. So I guess you get 1 + 9 power infusion for now. Maybe it's deliberate. You guys, this isn't just like engagement bait. Again, congrats, dog. Thank you for the account name. But do you guys think it's like deliberate that they're doing that? Or do you think it's like just an oversight that they're going to leave in the game or something? Because I don't know. Because like I said, the Chinese client has more stats, whether it's, you know, greater stat numbers or whatever it is, total. So it's kind of an interesting discussion of like, where are we going to stop power creep, or does power creep even matter at a certain point? Largely no, because like Legendary Cirrus in the game, it was put in the game when Virtuoso was at its height, so you kind of need Virtuoso to exist to even be able to do that fight, right? So no text says stats are normal. Weird. Conflicting opinions. Maybe the wiki's wrong? Yeah, but that also happened, Lord, before power creep started getting really bad. And also the Chinese client, largely due to the power creep, was kind of, and because of the reward system where it just dumped out precursors into the economy and devalued them. From what I've heard, it's pretty dead unless it's like around reset, so it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, well, time will tell. Time will tell and see if it's normal, right? It's an interesting build discussion, to say the least. Because if you know, 80 plus 80 power is fairly easy to account for on like a power build, right? Because that's what, like 3% damage? If you go by like 1 might being 1% damage. But on things like Condi that scale at least linearly, or precision, that's really strong because you get basically plus 4% crit chance, and maxing out crit chance, especially on weird world versus world builds, is really hard to do. So, I mean, good, but it's really hard to do. So if you start adding more precision into the game, that really adds... not everyone's going to do it. You know, people don't have... You know, people run with whatever they have. They don't have full legendary or full precision infusions or whatever. But it puts the... It raises the power ceiling, I guess, is what I'm trying to say in a very long-winded way for something like World versus World. But also Sally Gears in the game, so who the fuck knows, right? We'll see, chat. I don't know. No, I believe the wiki says it's bugged, but I also believe that Kaiben says that it's deliberately... Oh, the text on the item is +5 power, +5, 9 agony? Okay, got it. So it is probably a bug. I don't know. I'll have to get it and look at it. I gotta finish up the quest, partially because the spear is so cool. But the PvP version of this, I forgot to put it. I'll try to put it in the description. I forgot to go over it. It runs Demo Amulet. You can run Demo, you can run... I guess I'll record it without sound and just cut down this entire VOD. The PvP version of this build runs either Demo Amulet or Assassin's Amulet. I would recommend Traveler Runes with this. You get movement speed on the spear with the Traveler Runes. They recently updated Warrior Sprint to not have movement speed, but you can fairly far invest into power stats like Berserker or Assassins without too much penalty because you have so many invulns to chain in PvP. And it's a pretty good build for fighting Condi Harbingers, even. Alright, sorry about that. Oh, we have a Zerg. Sick. Shout out to the wiki as well for, like, having it on point, you know, when it came back and whatnot. They, like, were ready with all the updates. Like, API is down for 3 days. All the updates in the world. Oh, thank you, Kaiben. I realize you were in game. I can't preview it on my chat because it's off the page. Yeah, the text on it says +5 power, +9 agony, but it gives you the other. Interesting. Definitely a bug then. And the conversation's moot. But it's still interesting, right? Like, I guess that's why they haven't done stuff like escalating power creep, at least in that way. I still think it would be really interesting if they did 2-stat gear that was 10% less than 3 stat, because 4 stat gear is 10% total more stats than 3 stat gear approximately. So it would be really interesting. Yeah, but they won't, Cabin. You know how this game's coded. Everything's individual, including the tooltips for literally everything. See you, guy. Have a good night. Enjoy throwing. Enjoy your fish sticks. Otherwise, the Bladesworn UI wouldn't be bugged, and all the tooltips for all the burst skills on Warrior would work. Oh, man. Build rules so hard. I'm having so much fun with it. Genuinely, just like I said, having fun in Janther Wilds. It's a really fun expansion. And it's definitely, like, if anyone was questioning whether or not Soto is worth 25 bucks, I kind of understand that. I think from a macro perspective, I would have paid 25 bucks literally just for the Wizards Vault overhaul because I've invested so much time in this game. I understand it's a really bad argument for selling an expansion to most people, so I don't expect other people to have made that. But I wouldn't say it's worth 50. I would say it's worth 25 in their new model, and then if you feel like buying a hat or two, go for it, right? Because Guild Wars 2 has maintained, it's carved out this niche where it is a MMO that A, still exists, and B, still exists in a very uncertain game market with a monetization model. There's no premium tier on this Wizards Vault. They could have put one. They could have put a battle pass on that. They didn't. Their closest thing to a battle pass really in the game now is this. If Soto wasn't a battle pass already, is the supply drops, right? And they always have a supply drop right after you buy, you know, the deluxe gem thing. So you can use it or not. Also, PSA, equipment templates are still on sale. They like never go on sale. If you want one, grab one before tomorrow. I know it's a little bit of a markdown, but they like never do. So yeah, like things like the spear quest, the legendary spear, being able to craft it. That's almost a battle pass, right? Like it's something to work for, but it's something that you can work for in a healthy way because you can do other stuff with that, right? You can take my friend has done this where he's literally gotten every crafting kit. I've gotten a couple of them and just used it for the gift or might or magic and then went and made the legendary that he wanted to make, right? You can just use it to supplement your existing stuff with the account bound. It's such a healthy space for all the bugs and all the complaining and all the why didn't you test this that ArenaNet gets. Like, and from me too, I am not an exception to this. I have an entire video dedicated to complaining about Bladesworn bugs and asking them to fix it. I don't think ArenaNet's above that, and they should, but for all of that criticism, it's so good. They're not going to do that, Cabin. I think the armistice that we got was the battle template, or the build templates are in the Wizards Vault. They reverted it? Wow. I mean, that was like the top upvoted post on Reddit, so backlash is a thing. Look at Disney. Also, Disney can kill you, chat. Be careful. There's a lot more nuance to that case, but Fast Farming put a lot of their guides behind a paywall. Maddie is the TLDR, and apparently they reversed already, so no drama. Drama over. Good for them. Everybody's like, they reverted. All right. 15-second delay, guys. I can't make it less than that. Sorry. Yeah, like, if you want... Well, here's a better take on fast farming. Maybe you just have a pop-up saying, go to our Patreon, right? Like, it costs money to do this stuff. Go to our Patreon. So... Dude, I was rezzing you. If you're going to port out of my res, I'm not going to be able to help you, homie. I literally blew 2 of my stances to try to res you. I can't. I don't have another defiant stance and balanced stance, at least not for like 16 seconds. Like, I understand wanting to make money off something you put into. I do believe people should be paid for their work, and on some level, this is work. But at the same time, like... I've thought about, you know, ways to monetize this if I wanted to, because people keep telling me I should, and I'm like, okay, I could run YouTube ads. What I get, 8 cents a video? Or whatever. And YouTube already plays ads. That's a different discussion on my videos. The closest thing I've come to, like, monetizing my videos was be like, okay, here's a build video, and if you want, like, a deep dive on how to play, like, all the intricacies of this build, I'm gonna have, like, I don't know, a half an hour video on how I get, like, just ramble over like build stuff that you can pay me $1 for or whatever, you know, something like that. Yeah, exactly. Like just a $1 tier on Patreon, something like that. Yeah, it's fair. I just use efficiency for that. Gremini, is fast farming like more accurate or something for a Laurel exchange? Yeah, and again, I'm not trying to come off as like criticizing fast farming because it's a great website. Be interesting if Snow Crows put their stuff behind a Patreon. What would even Guild Wars 2 do? Oh man, Guild Wars 2 would die. There we go. Snow Crows, put your stuff behind a Patreon until they give Thief that ambush skill that we talked about. There you go. Done. Boom. Blackmail Guild Wars 2 as a whole. Until you give the thieves the ranger ambush thing. Yeah, you're gonna get pulled, dog. Oh man. Yeah, and there's secret builds, or like if I made some kind of insane Daring Dragon build again or something that I didn't want to rein in it to Derf, I'd be comfortable doing that. Because it would be like, chances are, show up to my stream and you'd probably find out the build anyway, because I really don't care about gatekeeping stuff. Also, all my stuff is like weird niche world versus world crap, usually. Also, like, I don't know, man. Like, secret builds, stuff like that. Pseudo gym tips. Weird stuff that I wouldn't want just, like, the public to, I don't know, see. Tell me, you're a harbinger. Sorry. Gym tips. The problem with gym tips, Maddie, is I'm not a physical therapist. You can ask, yeah, I'll gym questions. I can give you bad gym advice. The thing is, I'm not a physical therapist. So while I could give you gym tips of like how I got started and my experience with it, that's what it would be limited to. Like, I'm a tiny dude. I've always had a slim to svelte build, or not svelte, whatever the opposite is. Like lean build. I've always been strong, but I've always been lean. So it would not work for everybody. Go hit up Athlean X or whatever you want. What's my routine for shoulder shrugs? Wide pull-ups, because I have this chin-up bar that's like 6 feet wide. So if you do wide pull-ups, it'll hit muscles that don't usually get hit with just traditional pull-ups. Yeah, so rotating shrugs where you rotate, I can't do no webcam today, but like rotate your wrists and rotate your shoulders back while you're doing the shrug. You can look it up. Rotating shrug is, I'm pretty sure what it's called. If something is too easy with shoulders, do something different. And pull-ups and wide pull-ups is what I do. Yeah. Is real good, Ball. Is real good. This build is sick. I love it. Medi, if something you're doing is not working, or you're not feeling it, and you don't feel comfortable going up weight because you don't want to die, or don't want to, oh Jesus Christ, don't want to push yourself, like I don't want to die, cannot pull up, I mean Hanks, that's how a bunch of my friends got started. If you can't do a full pull-up, just hang there. We actually, at the wedding, I had this discussion with somebody. Chat, this is not a trivia question, but this is a trivia question. Do you know what one of the hardest actual core, I mean, we already kind of gave it away, core forearm and wrist exercises is that you can do, and anyone can do this? Finishing Spartan, congrats, dog. I've never tried any endurance stuff like that. The closest, I got is my rowing machine. That's huge. Congrats, Ball. That's big. That's big, that's big, that's big. That's another goal of, honestly, with my streaming, is I always want it to just be about, like, improving yourself and self-improvement and stuff. Whether it's gym tips or anything, builds or anything else, I want people to have that mentality. I like that I'm getting shot and not in combat yet. The answer, Maddie, is... Yeah, flutter kicks, but the answer is just hang there. Like, hang for as long as you can. And if you have the ability to, I don't know where you would find something like this that it would be safe, but if you, like, imagine a chin-up bar, right? Like, just, in a weight cage. If you do it on a rotating one that's freely rotating, it is literally almost impossible to do for a full minute, no matter how strong you are. It's a kinesthesiology core thing. If you can hang there for a solid minute, you're doing good. Yeah, it's like a meme thing, but it's also like really, really, really tough. It's really weird because you see people like bust out chin-ups for a minute and they're like, oh, I'm tired and it just took a little bit. It's real hard. So go, just hang there if you've got like a doorway. Again, you don't need massive equipment to get started. I got started with like push-up bars and an ab roller. Those are my 2 ports of call. Water bottle, push-up bars, ab roller, $20. Do it up, chat. What are you even talking about? Oh my god. Claim this random tower for VOA. Jesus, let's go take that one tower. I want to take this tower that mesmer is guarding. Yeah, support bands. That again, I try to give people tips that don't require equipment, you know? Where you're not, I'm not going to get sued. Again, this is not medical advice. Want to give people medical or workout advice that they can manage, not manage. Getting heavier? Do you want to get heavier? Or is it getting heavier by proxy? Because getting heavier by proxy if you're working out is a diet thing. Or you just need to go more cardio. Like, realistically, you just need to... You need to do all the cardio you don't want to do. And maybe an age thing, your metabolism may be slowing down. In which case, fuck you, I'm jealous. Never going to be able to reliably gain weight. You want to be at 200? Yep. 100 from Dirty Bulk? Yeah, so now you've got to shrive clean the hearts of men, Maddie. Shrive clean all that weight you put on. You need to clean weight, the muscle. Yeah, confusing your muscles, whether it's shoulder or anything else, just do something different. One of the best pieces of advice I got from Slade. Build rules so hard, dog. We need more hype music to go with it. Yeah. Freischwanz. Finally pronounced the name. Did you know, chat, there's metal outside of the US, and Swedish and German metal bands kick ass. So, pretty good. Also, I didn't know what ethnicity they were. I assumed they were German for the longest time, but Sabaton is actually Swedish as well. I need to move to Sweden because apparently their metal scene is like off the chain. People still say off the chain. It's radical, chat. It's so groovy. People say fleek, bet. Not down with the kids and their memes. Yeah, we'll have all 3 builds available in one place on Wednesday, so make sure to come back for that. If you're enjoying, let me know. If you're not, also let me know what I can do better. I'm trying to improve the audio quality and the stream quality and whatnot, so if there's something you want on the channel, let me know as far as suggestions go. There's also wood outside of the yes, that's true. I literally can't die. I can die. I mean, I believe it. You can kill this build. Like, it's not 100% invincible, but it's good. You funny, Remedy. Yeah, I've been looking at that. I like looking at those posts again. I love the Guild Wars 2 community for just the diverse, especially since it's been going for 11 years, right? Like the insane crap, like knowledge bases that people have. Like my insane knowledge base is obviously in Warrior and Bladesworn and stuff like that, and the build editor. But like drop rate research, I don't know if it's the same guy who posted like opening 1 million or something Festival of the Four Winds chests. That's so cool. That's so cool. Like to see if the numbers they had to put on for like external are actually accurate. You can link stuff if you want. You can link it to them. As long as you guys don't get weird with links, that's fine with me. Go for it. Yeah, it's really cool. People post like their drop rate research and stuff. It was like one of every infusion that you would want, Lord, for the Festival of the Four Winds research, if I'm remembering correctly. And there was like, you know, a bunch of like the other stuff that's listed as super rare that clearly has a higher drop rate, like the monocles and whatnot. Also, I want to give a, yeah, like 5 million boxes. You gotta think of the process they've got to have down for that, right? Like, oh, my inventory is full again. Time to come back to my computer and actually sort through all this garbage. Hey, do you want a duel? Weaver, bro. Duel me. Hell yeah. Eat fish. Dodge offensively, pseudo. It's a stupid thing that's in the game now. This Weaver is tanky AF. Drive clean the fish of men, chat. No one's gonna know what I'm talking about if you haven't played Elden Ring. I apologize. Elden Ring's a video game, in case you didn't know. It's like pretty good. Might have heard of it. Little indie game. I hope it gets some funding. You know, realistically. Oh, he dodged it. That was so good. Bro, this Weaver ducking behind me and shit. You know I play on a controller? I was having a duel, sir, and you're ruining it. Oh, he's not having a duel. Weaver wants my butt. He mad. He mad from the fight earlier. Ah, we have reinforcements. Reinforcements have never been so sweet, chat. Throw fish at him. There's a Daze Mesmer in here somewhere. No, it's a druid? Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's the comedies that are killing me. Go on the druid, Maddie. Oh, doing work on the alley. Ah, rats. Ah, uneven fight now. Now what, bitches? There's like this weird core Ellie in here as well with a Watch Night tonic. I didn't even see. Yeah, you don't take damage anymore in Guild Wars 2. It's great. I thought you learned that. Bring your catalyst. That thing doesn't take damage. Wow, that was a big hit. Suck a dick. Suck a fish, chat. Yeah, it just heals a lot. Hell yeah. And 3 evades? Yeah, 3 evades are pretty good. Guild Wars 2 is also, let's jinx it real hard, chat. Guild Wars 2's managed to exist largely without a lot of drama as well, which I think is a real testament to, I mean, things that come to my mind are like the one time a dev told a Twitter user to like go F themselves or whatever it was, and that was like literally once, and also Twitter's offable. Offable? Coined. Mine. No takey, chat. My new word. Twitter is offable. And the other thing that I can only remember is like the warrior thing where banners just sucked and were unusable, and idiots were calling ArenaNet. That was such a waste of time. But it is what it is. Shout out to Guild Wars 2 for being real cool in that way. Oh, there's the solar thing, but solar's like that wasn't just like solar or anything else, right? I have this running theory that like the pseudonyms that a lot of the dev accounts use are actually like a bunch of different people. You know, like, why would you want your name on something? I don't think Solar was one dude. I think it was just, like, whoever was in charge of dev development, like, that team at that time. But regardless, yeah, there was the thing where they were just like, hey, we want everything to be accessibility builds and Mirage and whatever. But that philosophy hasn't really changed, right, Maddie? It's just how they were going about it with End of Dragon's release was so weird. You know? Where it was like, we want just the new stuff to be accessibility build central. Gotta get the budge out of here. We're going, chat. Oh, do we have an anime girl? We got anime girl funk. Student knows what's up. And Let It Roar came on. Oh, chat. Oh, we can't retreat now. Not possible. We have to retreat now. A little bit. Kiting. Creative kiting, let's call it. Remember, chat, you need stability to not get pulled by a dragon hunter. Ready? Fuck yeah. I love this song. It's like goddamn 6,000 years old, and it's one of my favorites. Fucking when Battle Beast was good, when the guy from Beast in Black, like, wrote for them. Oh my god. This song, though. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's not. Real quick. The Moa's tanking it for me. I dig. Thank you, Moa. Your sacrifice will maybe be remembered someday by somebody. Who's shooting me? Want to fight? Cool. Me too. Drive clean the fish of men, chat. Okay, I gotta stop saying that. I just love it. I love Elden Ring lore so much. It's so weird. It's so insane. Especially the new stuff, like with the DLC. It's so good. In case you didn't know why Miyazaki's really circumspect with like his storytelling and how it's influenced the industry, he used to read English novels as a kid, or at least this is the story. And if it's not true, it's a great story, and I hope he keeps it up. But he used to read English novels as a kid. And he didn't speak fluent English, so the story goes that, like, he would only be able to understand some of the story, which is really cool, honestly. And it's really influenced his, like, game design philosophy and whatnot. How many seconds? Sergio, are you seeing this? Yeah, Ellie sucks. Right. Ellie's awful. Just the worst class. Basically glass. Sorry, dude. I know you wanted a 1v1, but they did that to me earlier. Whew. Dude, I'm gonna clip that, man. Moa's sacrifice. Hello, darkness, my old friend. That's tonight's short content. Since I can't make the other short, I get the space back on my hard drive. Who cares? I've been having a lot more fun making thumbnails, though, chat. I hope you guys are enjoying. Finding alternate ways. That was sick. A good fight, good song, good crescendo. 11:45. Oh my god. Hi. Fight? Oh, you're the weird fucking watch night, dude. You don't want to fight. Hi. Alright. Do it. Bro. Come at me. Oh, come at me with, like, not a bunch of guards. Got a pocket firebrand. The best utility skill. Pocket firebrand, in case you didn't know, is really OP, and they need to nerf it, chat. Just FYI. Died it. Yep, he jumped to his death. Sick. Good job. Done. Pocket Firebrand. Truly the most powerful skill. It's a fucking class that's still in the game for reasons, chat. Alright, well, fair enough. He's a Firebrand in there. Whatever. Ooh, a green guy. I haven't seen any of you tonight. Are you a friendo? Are you a stream friendo? Hello, stream friendo, if you're out there. Oh, man. I'll work on a spear build for you, man. I know you want it to be a survival weapon, but it's very deliberately not. But we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I want to find the footage. I hope I have it of like that cat. You got to use arcane and the like weird summon thing that no one ever kills because it's got a 15-second cooldown, and even with alacrity, like arcane shield on a 12-second cooldown is kind of nuts. Because it also gives you stuff traded. I think stab now, so like stab on arcane shield. I think this is. I'm not gonna 1v1 this. You got this, Maddie. I'll res you if you die. Maybe somebody we know. I think I recognize the Azira. Pull out some coffee. I gotta get my emote game going too. Get the 1v1 chat. And he's stunned. Commentary. Up the ambushes. On defiance stance. You have to wait that 5 seconds. He's not running the thing that gives him barrier. Maddie's opportunity to strike. Maddie's low in health. Got Mirage bullshit. He lands the Greatsword 5. Lands some hits from the ambush. Got the super speed. Just entered. There's a from off stage. Maddie from literally off stage. Attacking me. Ow. The foul in the commentator's booth. Almost got him. Maddie in for the kill? Can he capitalize? That'd be a terrible stream commentator. Nice job, Maddie. Hit him with the fish. Not even throw fish at him. Hit him with the fish. Still eat fish, chat. Oh, that's another tip, Maddie, honestly, is fish. It's real good for gaining weight. It's clean, beautiful. Sushi as well, if you can get decent quality sushi, but it's super expensive. A lot of my bulking, too, has been like, you know, protein shakes and ramen just to fill in the calories. Oh, man. Good job. Well done. Maddie, want to fight on camera? On a Mirage, no less, Gremini. Not a Connie Mirage, but still. Yeah, it was fun. I wish you could... I had this idea for a co-stream with Sea Monster where we just go through, like, not even a stream, maybe even a video, where we just go through, like, all the PvP options that people don't... Because I feel like a lot of the barrier to entry for the like, getting into PvP tournaments is obviously the gatekeeping or, like, anything else in the PvP scene, but also just, like, how the fuck do I use this panel? Right? Oh, it is you, Shocktify. I thought that was your Azura. Well done, man. Yeah, exclamation point, here, try this. WvW build or PvP build in chat, and it'll give you what I'm running. But there's the, that's the Selly version, and then this is the power optimized. Oh, that's not the power optimized version. Warrior's great. What have you been playing, my fellow Bladesworn sufferer? You guys get another long stream because I'm loving the game. But just like a lot of the entry, that's a world version. A lot of the barrier to entry for PvP is like, even I don't know it. Like, how do I even start a tournament? How do I even join this tournament, right? Like, how do I use this interface at all, you know? There's so much of just like a usage barrier to entry. What would we call it at work? A knowledge gap that you don't even know exists, right? For getting into PvP. So, definitely a thing. Sick. Nice, he got him. Got him. Sick job, dude. Well done. Proud of you. Whoever you are. Unless you're a horrible person, in which case I'm still kind of proud of you, but you shouldn't be a horrible person. I like that you can miss with disrupting throw as well. Like, obviously I play on a controller, and that's going to be a thing. But, like, it's a tiny projectile. It's so tiny. It's probably got, like, the minimum actual projectile size that's in the game. It's probably, like, 1 or something. And if it overlaps with your character's literal character model, it hits. And that's it. Ooh, you got the firebrand that ran away. Nice job. And that's it, right? So, it's such a small thing. But, like, pretty good. Pretty good. Except he's invulnerable. Fight Deadeye Man. I think these people are at least fighting. This is nice because it's not Maguma, and we actually can win fights. It's not like, okay, you know, these are even-ish fights, and they call their entire Zerg, and we're just fucked, right? These are winnable engagements that are happening as far as small scale goes. So again, ArenaNet, maybe you didn't get the, you know, server balancing the first time right off the bat. Maddie, what have we talked about? Play Catalyst. But like, give time for the system to work, you know? Also, I was rezzing you. Don't port out of it, please. Sir. Kind of a problem now, chat. No longer a winnable engagement. But like, it's fun, right? Yeah, Herald. I saw that. Like, isn't it benching like Quick Herald's like 42k or something? Quick Herald's a thing with Spear right now, chat. Oh my god, having a build that's functional. Imagine. What even? Ah, one of his 8 mobile or invulns, chat. Ah, he's a glass weaver. Explains it. Nice job, dude. Shout out to you, magical willbender, man. Red is FA. Interesting. Yeah, if you're wondering what to play on Guardian, I've seen Spear, double wield spears, chat. Sword, spear. I know Sea Monster and maybe other people I've talked to, I don't remember who it was, were trying to sub in because they were trying to still use hammer. You kind of can't. You need the mobility. But spear, sword, very good on Willbender if you're looking for your blue assassin class. Stay relevant. Call that out. Red is FA? That's fine. Red is... Oh, like, are you still queuing with VOA, Sergio? So we're fighting FA? That's fine. Honestly, those people took the fights. It wasn't like, okay, I'm gonna... The thing with Mag is it's just this... And I'm not saying they're playing the game wrong, because telling people they're playing a video game wrong is like... Unless you're cheating is like weird. But... The thing with fighting Mag and whoever we replaced with Mag was, I called this out on the podcast we did, where it would be, you're fighting one person or two people, and they literally just run away from you until they have 5 people and then they kill you. Yeah. And it was really funny because I have a piece of footage of this, I think, on that podcast where I called it out, where, including us, the only way to play was, like, run away until you have, like, 5 people. So it's just this group of 5 people, like, trying to fight each other, but they're all running away from each other, just shooting behind them at each other. It's so funny. It's not, like, wrong or weird. It's frustrating a fight against as a roamer, sure, but, like, credit to FA that, like, you know, they're fighting us. I think they won a couple engagements. We've been kind of doing pretty well. Been really fun. I like the roamers that fight. Good lord. Not that many. Please no. Change my mind. This game sucks. Crash game. 1 out of 10. Fish out of 10. Hey, butter. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. You guys like the new intro? I think it's kind of cute. I've thought about making music videos as well for classes when they become like fun and relevant and good. So maybe we'll do the warrior build and then we'll do like a music video for it. Oh, you with your permanent reveal. Please die. Please die. He's actually dead. I thought I hit him. Yeah. It's like fucking hurting if I didn't hit him. Alright, fine. My food ran out. Fuck you. See ya. Oh. Bitch. Go away. Not bring Sally Ellie. Dude, everybody does it. Just do it. Bring the Celestial Ellie. I'm gonna make a video on it eventually. Just do it, man. You're good at it. That's the thing. This is where Celestial is made. You can't play Celestial in, you know, PvP, thank God, anymore. Play Sally Ellie. I actually really like the decap scrapper playstyle that they keep calling out that they don't want to exist. There are issues with that specific build, mostly because the throw mine thing goes on cooldown when you place it, and also because it's unblockable. But like, I wouldn't call this consistently, man. But thank you. I've played on a controller for like 8 years. That definitely helps. Or how long have I played this game? I don't remember. Oldest characters, what, 11 in a month? It's a thing. It takes some getting used to. What you should be more impressed with is that I played this consistently, in quotes, on a wireless controller with lag. And again, you saw it when I was fighting that Ellie. Like, I have trouble. I have an about face button down, but if people know I play on a controller and like, or just can run around me better than I can, I have static turn speed. I can't accelerate that like you can when you seizure warning chat 3 2 1 whip your mouse like at an accelerating speed across your mouse pad or desk, or I don't know, the big cat you play on. So there are limitations to it again, but that's more down to the fact that this game, while having action cam and a lot of good controller integrations, again, shout out to revenant, is not natively built for controller. So it's just practice. It's like I would play like dog shit on a keyboard, you know, just what I learned on. I'm sure if I learned on a DDR pad, I'd play better on that. Well, maybe not. There's challenge day. There's the Patreon reward, chat. I'll do PvP on the DDR pad. Oh, and PSA, I forgot to mention this whenever I invite people, but I've invited a lot of people to the guild Vanguards of Ascension. Again, if you want to join, hit us up. Well, only one rule, real easy. But if you didn't know, we have a completely optional, we have sort of a Patreon thing, but not really. I just don't make any money from it. I use it to fund our website. We do it like every 3 years or so, whenever it's up, and it's coming up. Actually, technically, the guild sort of owes me money, but it's whatever. I put a lot of effort into it, and we have shirts, and they're not just like, we have like base t-shirts, but we have actual like esports gear. So like hoodies, t-shirts, and this year we'll be adding pants, so you'll be able to have a full what's it called, suit jacket of VOA crap. They come in both a white and a black variant, so like black with like white and white with black. I'll have more details on that, you know. Actually, I might be able to pull it up. Hang on, I might have a picture of this somewhere. Show this off a little bit. Nerd. Oh yeah, I've worn them to the gym. My friend specifically asked me for one that he could wear outside, and then caved and bought one of the deluxe versions anyway. So let me so the controller scheme, I use XPattern and Rewaz while I find this nutter. It should be in the description, downloadable. And let me find this shirt. Yeah, they're pretty cool, and they come in really good sizes as well. So these are, let me pull up Firefox again. Let's get to a point where I'm not going to die. Answer one question at a time, pseudo Jesus. Controller schemes, Rewaz and XPatter. The XPatter profile is downloadable in the description. XPatter is $10, and I will have my control export, thank you for reminding me, down there as well, so you can just grab my control scheme and try it out, but I recommend backing yours up first because mine are weird. Firefox. Not pull up the correct window, of course. Of course. Window we're looking at, chat. It always switches, which is real weird. There we go. Let's see if Firefox does the same thing that Chrome does, where you can just import a picture. Find there's shirt design. View icons. And I'll label my stuff better. That's what I've learned. So they mostly look like that. That's the black version, and then here's the back, and here's the white version, and back. You can't really see it. There's an outline on it. It's not just invisible, tragically. But those are the shirts. The hoodies look very similar, and then the pants will sort of flow on from that. So if you're interested, hit us up. We'll have a fundraiser for that, probably with the second release of Janther Wilds. So I've been sort of like, you know, I have to take the orders, and you can have your name on them and stuff too. So if you want to go by Maddie or Gris, or, you know, if anyone wants to buy one, you can have your pseudonym or your real name, or, you know, your, I don't know, fuck you pseudo on the back, as long as the character limit. So would you rather I go through my switching gears nutter? But yeah, let me know if you like. There'll be information on that and stuff. But that's for people in the guild. And again, I don't make any money for it. It's just something I wanted to do. If we were going to do something, I like to put a colossal, insane amount of effort into it. So that's why they're like really detailed, and like there was a lot of effort, and there was a lot of back and forth with like the design. I had to learn about like CDMA color palettes for submitting. I think Ball's an animator. You probably know about that. Like there's certain color palettes that printers will use. So you have to like translate a bunch of your colors that you design something into if you don't design it in that, which you really should, I learned, because it's a nightmare to try to get the colors to be like similar in CDMA. If you, I think it's CDMA. No, that's the radio band. What am I trying to say? There's a color scheme that printers use. Damn it, brain, whatever, it's gone. They use different color schemes, and you need to like try to translate this purple to that purple and get everything looking good. So basically, design is a nightmare, and you should appreciate like the wall texture in this game. Chat, that's what I'm saying. Nutter, what you said about controller. Do you want me to just like tell you what controls do what? So I can do that, but it'd be kind of boring. Right stick is the mouse. Static speed set for XPatter. I have paddles on the Elite controller, and holding one down is like right click to, or left click to move, and I have that turned on. I can toggle action camera off. That's almost exclusively for aiming dragon trigger. This is look behind me, this paddle. My fourth paddle is my heal skill, which I can also use by holding down my dodge button, which is B. Y is weapon swap. X is attack. A is jump. I have lots of different combinations if you look in the bottom right as well. So like my triggers are all like, except for the right one, right bumper, which is tapping right now, it's the tab to target, but all of the other ones are basically combinations. So holding down left will basically, or right trigger will basically exclusively put me into strafing mode instead of keyboard turning mode, which is impossible to play the game in. So I'm almost always holding down my right trigger. The left trigger and left bumper are for using skills 2 through 5 and 7 through 0 respectively. So if I want to use like 2 through like skill 2, I press right or left bumper and then I press 2, or like 3 is Y with left bumper held down. And then also I had to set a combination for strafing in addition to right bumper, which is why you'll see if I like mash it, I can almost sometimes do it. You see how like there I got stuck in 3 after mashing a bunch of the triggers and stuff? That's the one downside of playing in a controller like this. Oh, hey Sergio, what's up? Is you get stuck in these control sets like 3, because normally on a Guild Wars 2 setup or a game that's made for integrated controller, they can say, hey, you're not pressing any buttons right now, revert it to like the base state. But Xpadder doesn't have something for that I know of, so I have to actually set like R3 to revert me to the base state if I discover getting stuck in a control set like that. And trust me, when you're not looking at it, just, oh, I'm using the wrong skill is kind of a nightmare. Like imagine if your controller just randomly changed buttons on you or stuff, right? So that's the downside to not having integrated controller support. Do I have a video on my setup? No, I have a short. I have a short where I just roll through the... I know I need to make a video. It's on the list. I have a short where I just roll through all the like bindings and stuff because they didn't have when I made that short, they didn't have stuff be exportable. Now they do, so the short's kind of superfluous, but it pairs nicely with the, what's it called? Actual like ability to export your stuff and the Xpadder file, which again you can just download. So again, if you want to just hit up the description, grab the Xpadder file. It won't do anything if you don't have Xpadder, but Xpadder's like $10. It's an old program, but it's really good. So, dude, there's amazing fights. That's what I was saying. It may be FA, but like the fights tonight rule. Like they're small macro or micro engagements. Like they're not bullshit. We have some new players playing. We have some crazy vets playing too. Like whatever the frick this Firebrand's running. It's really cool. There's state changes that can fix that. Yeah, I'm sure. I've done CSS and HTML, but the other caveat to this is I use Rewasd, REWASD, which is a newer program, exclusively to bind the paddles on the Elite controller, which I play on, because I needed 4 more buttons. And unless you use pretty much that one remappable software, they don't count as different buttons, and there's no way to differentiate them. So it's a thing. The downside of that, of course, is that Rewasd is going subscription. So if you want to get, like, they've said they're not going to get rid of their, like, paid one-time purchase tier. And the new features will be behind subscription, but, you know, we'll see how long that lasts. Go get a license now, basically, if you want to try to do that. But there's ways to do it in Rewasd as well. The reason I haven't moved all of my bindings over to Rewasd is because it does not have 8 different... It actually is capped, I think, at 6 different control schemes. But yeah, Nutter, ideally I would set, like, a different... Instead of setting, like, different panels, which is sort of how just my control scheme evolved, right? Like, you know, you see, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up. That's a lie, by the way. It's not a PS3 controller. It's just what it's labeled, because that's what I started on. Started on a discount rock candy controller because I was incredibly poor and still kind of am, chat. That's why it's labeled that. But theoretically, I would just set different button combinations. Like every single button would have like 80 scripts with it for all the different button combinations I could do that would essentially amount to the same thing that I have right now. But that would take way too much time to remap, and I'm not doing that. I'll tell you what, chat. You make me a Patreon millionaire. Like I monetize this bullshit, and you make me a millionaire, and I will write all of that and get it out to you guys as a downloadable Rewasd file. How about that? Sound good? Buy a buttload of shirts, basically, since I make almost none. And re that VOA shirt thing. We make almost no money on each shirt sale. I may have to up it a little bit. I'll feel real bad because they're not cheap as it is. But it's like $10 if that. Especially, and that was before COVID and shipping got insane. Shipping's the biggest real tax on it. I love that for stomping people. Balance stance, chat. Good button. I hope that clears it up a little bit. I know that's not as good as a dedicated video. If I was going to do a dedicated video, I've scripted it out. And I have one scripting out set up for Steam Deck because, I don't know, people prefer Steam Decks for some reason, I guess because they're accessible and cheap to every other handheld. I have one for that, and I have one for just setting up the controller that I need to do. But I also need to figure out a camera setup for that. That wouldn't look like absolute ass. Yeah, lots of stuff to do, chat. But thank you for the suggestions. That's what I asked for, and I appreciate it. Ow. Something pulled me. I like how I don't have full adrenaline somehow. I love throwing fish at people, man. It's so funny. I love that you throw the fish up, too. It doesn't come down, but when you use the 2, it just throws a fish into the sky. How much is the shirt and pants? I don't know how much the pants will be. They'll probably be the same. In the past, I think hoodies were 70 and shirts were 50, but I have to check that. And shipping is different as well. Can't save you, Maddie. You're too overextended. Oh, yeah, absolutely. It would be more helpful if you put them in the comments, but you're welcome to suggest them on stream as well. Nutter, go for it. Ask me questions, please. If I can help or give me suggestions. That's what you meant. I'm always down. Thank you for asking, though. How long are you going to stream for? I'm going to stream for actually forever, Raph. Why? I'm having fun, dude. I don't know. I don't have a ton of work this week. You get a long stream today. Usually I only go for like 2-3 hours, but we'll see. Why, are you gonna get on and like jump an EBG? Dude, it's midnight? Yeah, but like, fuck that. You go to bed. You pretend to have a like relevant sleep schedule. Maddie, I didn't get up late today, but I got a late start at the gym, so I'm like, I don't know. Full of fish. Energy fish. On a U. Makes sense. I've had... The thing with the EU is that like, again, Europe is like, it's a broad time zone and it's not, so it is what it is. Right click for about face. I mean, what do you mean right click? The thing with the EU is like, it's such a broad range of time zones. So I've had people say that like the later streams are better and that like streaming earlier would also be better. So I'm not really, I have to assume that like my stream time falls right when people are sleeping. But it's kind of good because then people catch the VODs, and the VODs usually do pretty well. Although, like yeah, it's like weird. People are like in Europe and stuff. Strange, I know. People live other places. 7 what? So 7 military time? 7 a.m.? Makes sense. Yeah, see you, Ball. Have a good night. Don't worry, more shirts on, more details on pants and stuff coming. What did you mean, Nutter, by right-click for About Face? My real recommendation for About Face, isn't that hard. I think my what do I use for About Face? I can think of it before I actually, like, by doing it instead of holding down left bumper and pressing start with your, like, right or left index finger and, sorry, it's hard to play and talk, right thumb and left index finger About Faces me. But that is a great suggestion. Yeah, I've tried R3. I prefer R3 for actually like clicking on people. Or no, R3 is my return to thing. Left L3 is click on people in addition to the paddle. No, that's a good one. Definitely. You're on the right track. The reason I don't use R3 for about face is because it's a camera thing, and I don't want my thumb to be like trying to do one camera thing and also multitask another camera thing. I used to play where R3 was like holding it in and moving the stick around, was how I moved the camera. All right, Maddie. I'm leaving this pile, this dog and pony show. Pony and dog show. There you go. There. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't want to bully Shoctify. Bro, you think what I'm playing's meta? Oh, look at the clarity icon he's got, chat. Look at the fancy icons that other classes get. I'm not jealous. You're jealous. Shut up, chat. Left trigger and R3 is target player. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it's whatever you're comfortable with, right? It's all about... It's like I said, if I had to play on a keyboard, I would play terribly. So... People that play Street Fighter games with their feet. Are magical. Love it. Love that shit, chat. And Winamp is picking the same songs, but I kind of also love it tonight. Maddie, go to bed. You have to get up tomorrow. It's our joke, chat. A little in-joke between kids. It is 12. It is sometime at night. 12-ish. Probably take this camp and call it. Oh man, but yeah, Berserker. At least for World vs. World, definitely a thing. Probably make it a thing in PvP too, but I'm bad, so I'll have to practice. Spellbreaker, Berserker, and coming Wednesday, update to the Bladesworn build. Nothing really changed on it. Still the unfunctional trash can that it always was, but hey, we have some more damage now that we can run Relic of Rivers, so it's gonna be fun. Ain't it, please don't nerf. Don't listen to this man. Wearing a Speedo, what does he know? It's not even a real Speedo. Like, Relic of Rivers, I think, is real strong, but it doesn't have the PvE values as you saw. So, shrug on this one. We'll see. I don't really know if Relic of Rivers is so powered. Maybe, again, chunk the duration down or put a cooldown on it, but I really like it how it is. I think it opens up, you know, not just for Warrior, like, we'll see for Ellie, Guardian, lots of classes that don't inherently have Alacrity built into them can get Alacrity now, whereas classes that, at least for World vs. World, didn't have Alacrity built into them before, or didn't have Quickness built into them before, could get it from Celerity sigils and stuff like that. Agility, Celerity, and Rage. Although you should be really running Agility and Celerity. They're better. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on it. I'm not opposed to having more things to play with. And it doesn't, like, I thought it was going to be crazy, stupid OP too. And I have to build a lot of boon duration to get this, like, duration. So, I don't know. Harbinger wants to play. Sick. Oh, not gonna get to play. Good attempt, dude. Oh, he moving. He moving, chat. Get on your cat. He moving. You can still cancel the F1 as well, the regular flurry. I don't know if I mentioned that. I'm sorry, Harb, dude. You just wanted like an evenish fight. I get that. Don't nerf us, yeah. It's not just us, right? Like, for once, us is everybody, because what changed with Warrior, like, we got a real weapon for once, which is good, but the real thing with Warrior is, like, we got a real relic for once. And I have been, I don't know about you, chat, I have been waiting for, like, the Warrior relic since Relics. So, is what it is, I suppose. But yeah, I'm Pseudo. This is a guard spawning in the camp and ruining my outro. This is Maddie. This is Sergio, not repping the guild. Classic. And, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like Janthir Wilds. I hope you're having fun. Let me know your weird relic combinations. Hopefully you got your sip coffee emote. And yeah, enjoy being relevant if you're a Berserker player. It's gonna be good. I think I will be back on Wednesday, right? If all goes well. And let me know what you want to see in the comments. It's pretty fun making these videos and streaming for y'all. So if you have any suggestions on guides or whatever else, too good. Man, these guards are like ruin it. Ah, eat it. I think I moved him like 1 unit with the headbutt. Headbutt moves people, chat. Yeah. I'm Pseudo. This is Build Wars 2. For real this time. I'm a glowing mess right now because I'm in Berserk mode, but cheers. I will see you in Janthir, and I'll see you on Wednesday at 9. Peace out. Have a good one.